Hi there and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK live once again. It's been 6 long weeks since I've managed to do a live stream here on the Friday night. Have you missed me again? Thank you to all the messages people have been sending. I've had absolutely loads of messages asking, will you be going live again? Can you go live again? So by popular demand, we are back live. How are you doing? I think I've worked out how to use this again. It has been a long while, and this may be the last time we are live using StreamYard and the ease of StreamYard, hopefully, and the touch of a few buttons, because they have quadrupled their price for their monthly subscription since we were last live. So that's been cancelled, and I think it runs out in about 10 days' time. So I have now had to try and step up to the big boys and learn how to use Streamlabs. And my goodness, when Mr. Who said it was complicated, he wasn't lying. It's complicated, but I was up last night. I had Matt with me, and I've built some sort of scenes, some scenarios, so we should be able to do some live streams on there. Even to find the audio in that thing, absolute nightmare just to find where the game was in the menu. But that's me waffling on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Week in Toys. Matt will be joining me in a bit. Cheeky Monkey is AWOL. We've lost her. Anybody knows where she is, let me know. I think she's gone to her sister's, so she may pop in for a cameo. I've sent her the link. Whether she even bothers to check it, we will find out. But Matt will join me for all this coverage of New York Comic Con, and my goodness, is it all going on? I've been reliably informed Super 7 are live as we speak, so Brian Flynn, stop trying to steal my viewers, son. So I have my phone on in the corner, and I've got the Super 7 panel, no sound, in the corner. So far they're showing a glow-in-the-dark wing nut or screw loose or something, so that's fine. I don't need that. Absolutely fine. So we'll keep an eye on Super 7 and let me know in the live chat what is happening with Super 7 in case we miss something and need to go, because there is so much to cover tonight. Absolute loads is happening at New York Comic Con. We've got Marvel Legends streams coming up later on this evening. Literally, it's 8 o'clock here in the UK. I think it's going to be 10:30 by the time Marvel will be on. So we have got just over 2 hours to cover everything, get off, watch the Marvel, and then I've got to do a reaction video to whatever will be announced in the Marvel panel. So there is a poll running in the chat, and it is asking you that very question. What will Hasbro Marvel Legends be doing this evening? What will Hasbro Marvel Legends be doing this evening? Is it going to be a Sentinel? A lot of people think it's a Sentinel going out there. Is it going to be Bastion for X-Men 97? I think it's Bolivar Trask. Is it going to be Trask, or is it going to be another? So let me know in the poll what you think is going to be announced in around 2 hours' time for Marvel Legends. And if that wasn't enough, they've just announced a HasLab. So before Cheeky Monkey left this evening, a HasLab was announced. I got far too excited, and then she just left. So fantastic. So that is all going well. So make yourself known in the live chat, and we will come and say hello. And of course, it is This Week in Toys. And well, I think we've got one already, actually, so I don't think I even need to show the graphic. But who doesn't want to see The Undertaker? Because I don't know if I can do this in Streamlabs. So let's show The Undertaker. So it is This Week in Toys. Can we keep the Super Chat streak alive? It has now been 1 year of live streaming for This Week in Toys. And we've had at least one Super Chat for every single show of This Week in Toys. So thank you very much. The Undertaker streak, the Super Chat streak, is still alive and well. Any donations to the channel and HasLab Fund, perfectly welcome. I will come say hello to the live chat in a minute, but with so many of you here, I need to say a thank you. So I prepared this graphic here. I may have stolen it from 2K, but we have hit 2,000 subscribers then here in 2024. 2 years of the channel now. I think we're just about to hit the 2-year mark. So thank you to everybody. We had 1,000 subscribers in year 1 and another 1,000 in year 2. So we have hit 2K in the subscribers. So thank you very much to everybody who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell, because our next goal will be 2,099, a very Marvel-like subscription, and then we'll be on the road to 3K as we try and grow the channel and more content to come here in the year of 2024. But let me come say hello to the live chat. It is all going on, but we will jump first, of course, because we do have. Well, I can still press this button. It comes up on the screen. Thank you very much to Mr. Darren Who Reviews himself, who has donated £5 to the Super Chat Street Fund. You're going to need this. Every little helps. Now, yes, I'm going to need that. Thank you very much, sir, because there's far too many toys already that have arrived in the last few weeks. And from what's been shown today and yesterday at New York Comic Con, I'm gonna have to get a second job or something, I think, here, because you know me, I've got a bit of a toy addiction, you could say, just a little bit of a toy addiction. So thank you to the super chat, Mr. Dan, who, of course, we have these super chat thank you graphics. We're going to try and upgrade these and see if I can get it talking and do all sorts of things when we try and stream on their Stream Labs. But let's go to the branding tab here, and let's do a little thank you. What have we got here? We go. Let's have Homer. Let's have a bit of Homer. Super chats are open there, of course, and let's have a thank you for Dan. Let's have Spider-Man. There you are. Thank you for the super chat. £5 super chat there. So thank you very much. And the Spider-Man. Will we be seeing any Spider-Man today? Well, Mondo have just teased their Venom again. I've just seen that on their Instagram, so I'm assuming that bloody pre-order is going to be coming soon. And I think the Scarecrow's coming soon. That could be 2 more Mondos. Mondo did a panel earlier, so that's happening. I don't know what's happening. It's just, this is insane, isn't it? This is a New York Comic Con. In a week, we've got MCM London. I'll be there in person. That could get worse, isn't it? What's Brian Flynn doing in the corner of my eye? He's showing some Super 7 reactions, some Transformers with a bit of a diorama base. So I already have those figures. Well, fine. We don't need those. Let's come say hello to the live chat as well. Hold on. Before we get there, we've got a double. We can't even get to live chat. Hello. Thank you to Jeremy Curlow. Yeah, that's a supporter of the channel, is Jeremy. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the 2K and some fireworks. Thank you very much to Jeremy there. So we can give you a congratulations as well. Let's go. Jeremy likes his DC, doesn't he? So let's go for the, there you go. Have the Two-Face. If I can get it to load. Load, Two-Face. Load. Show. Why doesn't it show? Why won't you work? There. Oh, it's been showing. It's going. There it is. Buttons, people. Buttons. Complex things to press. Thank you to the super chat from Jeremy there. There is Two-Face in all of his glory. A figure I've now recently bought in Lego form, actually, as well. So that's happening. So thank you very much to Jeremy as well there. And let's come and say hello to the rest of you for the chat. We'll have a bit of a 2K channel celebration as we go on. And I have pressed some buttons this evening on YouTube, so you might be able to get some loyalty badges coming soon. So there's a little hint of something I might be able to now activate in the YouTube community. So you might be able to get some loyalty badges. So channel memberships coming soon, hopefully across the weekend if I can get the buttons to work. I've made some fancy graphics, and there's some custom emojis coming, people. You're going to want those custom emojis. Now we've hit 2K, there is some fun custom emojis. So let's go and say hello. Who's here first? Matt was here first. He was in the waiting room before I was even here. So Matt from Brick Night Travels will be joining me so I can hold my breath. He's in the green room, and he seems to be taking photos of the screen at the moment. So we don't know what he's doing behind the scenes there, or he's taking a selfie. There we are. There's Damien. Thank you to Damien. Damien did send me a little gift there for reaching 2K subscribers. So thank you very much indeed to Damien. I'll have to get that displayed across the house. We've got Little Leaf Creations there. Hello, Pete. How are you doing? We said hello to Jeremy. We've said hello to Dan. We've got some pink hand waving, so that must be Jamie. Now, it's nice and easy in StreamYard. See, I press a few buttons and this comes up. I don't think it's that easy in StreamYard to get the chat on the screen. That bit I haven't fully figured out yet. What else we got here? We got Super Turk. Hello to Tanner. How are you doing? Big Will is here. Pixels. In fact, we have got so many. This is one of the greatest viewing numbers I think we've seen for this week in toys. You must have missed me here, or there must be a lot of toy news to actually talk about this weekend as well. Yeah, Big Will's talking about. Big Will is always on the Mondo. So Big Will sees a Mondo, he's sending it to me. He doesn't care about my wallet, does Big Will? He just sends it straight to me. Does Pixels and Plastic about all these Mondos, and I end up buying most of them. So yes, Venom I think is coming very soon. We've got Glenn Miller in the house. How are you doing? Jared's here. How are you doing, sir? Christopher Allen, Displays Once favourite. He is here. Who else we got here? We've got Glenn, we've got Thing, we've got Dan with the celebrations there. And don't forget, Dan here will also be live this evening. So he's going to be a midnight man, I would say, here in the UK. So the Marvel is running about 10:30 to around 11:30. So probably somewhere in the region of 11:30 to midnight. Look out over on Dan Who's channel, because he will be live tonight with hopefully probably Displayed Once with him as well. We can hope for. And we can get those live reactions to whatever the Marvel item will be. So he'll be bringing you those live reactions later this evening. I will try and quickly whack out a pre-recorded video and eat a bit of dinner. That's so much. And thank you very much, Damien. And a little trophy there as well. And hello. Oh, we've got a big one. Hello, Madison Kingswood. Thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Congratulations on 2KJ. You deserve it. Well, thank you very much, Madison. Indeed. Yes. It's I don't know, 2K, 2,000 people. That's quite weird, isn't it? Over 2,000 people listen to me talking about toys. Just 2 years ago, I was just sat here on my own, cheeky monkey, just going. Well, she wasn't very happy with me because I would just talk about toys all the time. She's still not happy with me half the time because I just talk about toys all the time. But this time, people are listening to me. I'm looking over my shoulder. That bloody duck is here as well. So I've still got the Down Who Duck Race duck from Tac Tac Customs there sitting behind me. I'll have to bring that to MCM. Somebody remind me. We've got to get that thing out of the house. Thank you very much, Madison Kingswood, there for the £10 super chat. Very generous indeed. Let's go back to the branding. And let's pick a random one. There we go. Let's go for my favourite. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat. Mammy is happy. Let's get a bit of Rhea Ripley on the screen, because who doesn't want a bit of Rhea Ripley on the screen? Am I looking at it right? 33 viewers. I think that's the most we've ever had, I think, in a live stream as well. We're going to have to do these things more often. My goodness me. I am far too overexcited tonight. But Mammy is very happy indeed. I am happy. We're all happy. Hello to RJ there as well. He's hoping it's not a Sentinel. And he's mentioning the words like Mephisto. Mephisto. I wonder who has mentioned Mephisto before. Let's have a Spider-Man water. I've talked far too much. And Madison there. Madison straight in there. Of course, Mammy is always on top. Right, let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Cheeky Monkey is nowhere to be seen. So let's get Matt out of his ID hole. Let's unmute him. Find the button. How do I change screen? That's how I change screen. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad, sir, and congratulations on the 2K. You very well deserve the effort that you put in over the last few years. So, yeah, well done for that.
Thank you very much, sir. And we're talking 2K. We've got another one. I don't think we've ever had this many. We're absolutely fine tonight. Little Leaf Creation with a £2 super chat there. Going to win that duck, man, this year. Oh, Pete is he is up there in the Down Who Duck Racing Network. So he is after that duck behind. You can have him. I'll just get him out of the house. You come into MCM. I'll bring him with me. Let's give you a super chat. Thank you as well. Who have we got here? Who haven't we shown in a while on the super chat? Thank you. I don't know if I've ever even shown this one before. There's Scarlett. There's Scarlett from G.I. Joe. So she's popped up. Thank you. Matthew is right behind her.
I'm literally looking at her backside.
I've not placed that particularly well. Particularly well at all in the stream. I'm now staring at Brian Flynn's head. Anything happening in Super 7, watch people? Somebody in the chat, keep me up to date on Super 7. So far, I haven't seen absolutely anything. Somebody said great watch in the Super 7 chat, and it's finished. Did anything happen in the Super 7 chat? We don't know. Somebody tell me. We will find out as we go through the evening. There we go. Now Dan has a bit of a misread there. Now he knows it's Brick Life Travels it stands for, but the BLT, of course, he's always reading that. As bacon, lettuce, and tomato. A little play on words there. 3 things that I don't think Matthew would ever put in his mouth.
No, not 3 individually. No, but no, it's Jay came up with the way of doing that. He said it's got to be silly, like BLT. Oh, all right, okay.
Brandon, see, it's stuck in his head. BLT, he remembers it. So
I prefer the detached brick, but it just didn't work on YouTube. It came up with semi-detached houses. Yeah. So,
when you got rid of that name, you suddenly shot up in subscriber numbers. So
yeah, got rid of the name and gained a lot quickly. So it makes a difference.
It does. So, New York Comic Con, people. New York Comic Con. We got Lego X-Men Mansions. We've got McFarlane. We've got HasLabs. There is so much to do. But we're in for the long haul tonight, so settle in. This should be a good one. But we'll have to start with pickups, I suppose. So, let's. I've got a pile. Hold on, before we get to pickups, we've got another one. We're like London buses tonight. The streak is truly alive this evening.
Close on, Jay.
He says, Dan and Jay, are you doing Hasbro interviews at MCM? So I don't have anything particularly pre-arranged at the moment. I will probably hit up the actual the PR before I go, but I will be there in person. I will be in that booth, and I'll be hunting them down if I can. I'll definitely be hunting them down, and I think you will definitely see Mr. Who there doing his hosting skills, I do believe, with a bit of the Marvel team. So yes, I'm sure you will see lots of us within that booth at MCM. last year on the Saturday, we didn't pretty much leave the booth all day. Matthew had to go around and film the convention for me, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, if I meet myself, great. I did. I was the only one that buggered off. Me and Adam went off, filmed everything, came back, and you hadn't moved. Like, oh, fantastic. Are we going to see anything else? No.
We're going 2 days this year. Let's give Damien a thank you. So there you are. Ha! Thundercat. So there is a bit of Lionel for the super chat. Thank you as well. I'm going to have to get some more graphics at this rate, I tell you. I'm going to have to get some more graphics. There was
going deep in the backlog.
Dan is there confirming, yes, we will make it happen. And hello to Tariq. How are you doing? He is again a 6-inch and a Lego collector, and I think a 3 3/4-inch collector. So there's definitely some things I think for Tariq in tonight's episode of This Week in Toys. So now I've got a pickups banner, if I do remember. There we go. That's still working. Matthew, what have you bought recently?
So I have I picked up, well, it's actually behind you, one of the things, which is great. The box is too big. Jay will agree, this is one of the largest cardboard boxes of cardboard boxes, and it is the 8080 UCS in Lego form. And I've also picked up the UCS sail barge in Lego form. And I guess you can class the Gringotts Bank in Lego form, because they were all within a few weeks.
No, we're gonna make ourselves feel better now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna make ourselves feel better, because you may not all be Lego collectors here. I wasn't one until recently, but the 8080, I believe, it might be the second, but I believe it is the most expensive Lego set at retail ever made.
Yeah.
Yes,
so it is.
It's public information. You can go on the Lego website.
It is.
That item, let's go for this, cost over £735. So
it's a big grey slab of a dog that,
Don't get involved in YouTube, people. So you need content, you need a collection. It's a bit of a pit. And I also have bought the sail barge as well. So do not panic, people. I have bought the Lego sail barge. It has gone straight into the loft because it will be a long time till I build it. But that was it. Yeah, you're already there. So head over to Matt's channel soon for a full review of Jabba's sail barge in Lego form. Mine will probably be some months away, put it that way. So yes, he's gone absolutely crazy on Star Wars Lego recently. I think he's been influenced by watching too much Star Wars with me. I pretty much don't shut up about Star Wars. So he's just given up, effectively, I think.
Just to shut him up, basically. And it's cost an absolute fortune. And he still won't shut up about it, but whatever.
It keeps him busy. So I've grabbed a few things. I've grabbed the 3 things recently. Let's go. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We've had crazy segments before. I won't be a crazy segment. We've got a lot of New York to talk about. Let's start with everyone's favourite Todd. And now this will be a fun one, because when I can get those channel memberships working, one of the emojis, it's Todd McFarlane's face, people. You'll be able to use Todd McFarlane's face if you become a channel member. Because I thought that's going to be a fantastic time. People are going to absolutely love that. So we'll start with the rookie robot and, of course, Mr. Bloom then. So we've got the Jim Gordon head to attach to the rookie robot there as well. And then we've got Mr. Bloom in all his glory. So it was a Comic and Cocktails, I think, came through with that one. We will go. Let's have a Toddy. We can't have a Toddy triple. I've only got 2. So let's have a Todd double. That doesn't quite rhyme. There was a pair of McFarlanes. It is a big one, though. It's one of Matthew's favourites. It is the camouflage tumbler.
Oh, I love that. It's so good. I need one in my life, and they're never going to do it.
Yes, he's desperate for one in Lego form. Desperate. They did one years and years ago, but it wasn't particularly good.
No.
So they need to.
Tiny. Yeah, it was tiny years and years ago. It was tiny, and ever since then, it's such a cool thing as well. But with a new policy, they now might not do it.
Well, we will see. We will see. They may do one eventually. You can live in hope. You can live in hope. There's a compulsive collector is here just in time for the McFarlane section. Now, if this man doesn't want to become a channel member when they're working to use Todd McFarlane's face, I don't know who will. There was I could have been a Justin emoji. Apparently, it's very weird, though. I looked. There's a whole chart you can do. It's very interesting. Depending how many channel members you can have, is how many emojis you have. If you had 5,000 channel members, you're allowed 54 different emojis, apparently. But when you start, you're only allowed 4. So I think we're going a long way to go for a toy channel to have that many subscribers. So we will see as we go on. We'd have to take over the toy world, I think, to have that many emojis. But I think some of them will be quite fun. So let's go to Marvel Legends. So don't forget there is a Marvel Legends poll in the chat. What will it be tonight? At the moment, it's an absolute landslide. 10% are with me. That could be Oliver Trask, but the inventor of the Sentinels. But no, people are they are convinced there's going to be a Sentinel being shown in Marvel Legends form in around 2 hours' time. So if you're watching this on the replay crew, we are live just before the Hasbro Marvel panel. So you can probably get in the comments section of the replay and you can tell us what it was, because at the moment we will be off air before we find out. But I will do a quick reaction video once I've had something to eat later. So what we got? We got Spider-Man. So we got the superior version of Spider-Man. This is the really cool one when you get the reflection of New York City within his sort of, I was going to say his eyeglasses, and his lenses is the word I should be looking for. So he is from the 85th anniversary program. Let's see, Matthew's nodding away, lovely there in the chat, typing to you all. Look at the concentration on his face as he has to try and spell things. We've got Wolverine. We've got Wolverine there. So that I was going to say it's Hugh Jackman. That's not Hugh Jackman at all. What rubbish am I chatting tonight? How have you missed these live streams? I can't get the words out. So there is Hugh Jackman. I've done it again. This is not Hugh Jackman.
You're high on toy news, aren't you? This is a proper toy fanatic. He's lost all focus of everything. We're 24 minutes in. He's yet to name the correct toy, and all he's thinking about is what he's going to buy tomorrow, how much money he's going to spend in an hour. What's in his hand now means nothing because it's already here. So take a breath and go again.
It's going to sit in the box for quite a while. If you want to go back on the channel, there's a lot of piles building up. We've got the Tower of Todd, and we've got the Mountain of Mattel, because apparently I've not had time to unbox things, which has been true. I've been moving all stuff around the house. So for the third time, this is Wolverine. Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. This is not Hugh Jackman. But I think the Hugh Jackman figure may just be releasing in America from the Deadpool wave. So that is coming. We better step away from Marvel Legends. Let's go to something I can actually name. Mosh and Thrasher. It's the Headbangers. So we have the Headbangers 2-pack for the first time since, I think, the Jack Bone Cruncher days to actually get the Headbangers in person. They weren't even in the Jack Classic Superstar line. So we have waited 30 years nearly for these. I suppose it was about 1998, I think, we last had a figure. So we've probably got 26 years or so. So it's been a long time anyway since we had Mosh and Thrasher. So the Headbangers are here. That is pretty cool. Matthew was getting the MCM schedule in the chat. Yes, we will be there. I will plug it properly later, but we will be there on Friday afternoon and Saturday. So come and say hello. Matthew gets to sleep with me. He's a very lucky man.
I am. So can't wait.
Cheeky Monk is on the couch and Matt's in the bed. Apparently, that's what's happening.
It'll be a big snuggle fest.
It's going to be fantastic. In our room, we'll be at a hotel. We'll be right there. Right, let's go to some Mayfax. And let's go to some very cheap Mayfax because the yen is still in the hole. So with action figure collectors, we are taking advantage because here is Daredevil. This is, if you've seen Unparalleled Universe's review, I think he's called it the greatest Daredevil ever made. I haven't fully watched Way's review yet because I was trying to have a look at it myself, but this figure looks good. This does look really good in hand. So a classic comic book Daredevil. He is Matthew's favorite Marvel superhero. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nope. But this looks pretty cool. And all in with postage, this only costs £60 for a Mayfex. So if you're looking at the UK prices, these are about 98. So go directly to someone like Hobby Link Japan if you're trying to import these in, because they are so much cheaper. And Captain America is here as well. So I ship them together. I think there's quite a few coming soon. I think Superboy's due soon. I think the Riddler. I don't think I actually pre-ordered the Riddler. I have to look into that. But there's a couple due soon, definitely. So there is Captain America. Here's here. I've got one final pickup. This one I've been waiting for a long time. It is a Marvel Legends. Let's see if I can get the name right this time. Right, it's not John Bernthal. It's not Thomas Jane. It is comic book Frank Castle. It is the Punisher and Bushwhacker 2-pack. And look at that accessory there. If we can get a little bit of a zoom in on that thing. What can you say? How would you describe that, Matthew? How would you describe that?
I can't without keeping it clean, so I don't want to demonetize this video, to be honest.
That's it, right. So we can't even get the words out. We are lost for words on that accessory. So there is Bushwhacker. I kind of want to get the comic cover. I'm going to have to try and see if I can find that comic somewhere. I must have it in an omnibus, hopefully somewhere in the collection, because that's hilarious. What an accessory on Bushwhacker. And this looks fantastic. So that is one I am looking forward to opening, which is the Punisher and Bushwhacker 2-pack. From, where did I get that from? Pulse UK, I believe that was from. So, right, that was pickups. We've done all that, the introductions. We've gone into Super Chat City. It's all happened here on This Week in Toys. And we've done it within half an hour. So that's fantastic. So we've got plenty of time now to settle in to New York Comic Con itself, day 1 and 2, and what we found out so far. So I've literally got a load of tabs open from Toy Migos, Preternia, I think In Pursuit of Toys, Yak Face, loads, Figure Report, people on the ground in New York with in-hand photos, and we are effectively just going to go through it there. So yeah, could be one of the best figures of the year. Says Little League Creations.
Well, I think so with like the super grand hero type stuff, the Punisher always looks great, and it's quite nice that you can get the different slight variations of the bits of the skull across the chest. And obviously that's been a big pet peeve for you in the past. So
yes, I like my skull logo. That's your sort of late 80s, early 90s logo. So that's peak Punisher. Apart from first appearance and Spider-Man the Animated Show, that's in my top 3 of Punisher designs. So I'm quite
and it's nice that it's come back around after people getting worried you might not see him in toy form for a while. So the fact that they came back with a fantastic figure as well proves that he's not been buried, which is quite nice.
Yes, no, very, very pleased with that indeed. And Lego have that covered. Matthew's okay for that. Don't panic about him because he's in the Daily Bugle. So
it is. I'm happy with that.
He's got that one. Right, okay. So let's go. So let's try and remember how to share some tabs. I think this is the right button. There we go. Look, it's easy as that. Click of a button.
Just like that.
But it's not in strict. We were there 2 hours last night. We were trying to build
it was forever. It's like, if I push this button, does this work? No. Can you see this? No. Well, I can see it. Well, I can't.
It was fantastic. So it's going to be fun when we start streaming next month when we get on Streamlabs, because
it's going to be having some fun. Quickly.
It is right. So we're sharing. I've got 2 monitors here. 2 monitors, right. So we're up on the top monitor. So let's start with the Marvel Legends teas, and we can remember to try and end the poll as well when we're in this section. So get your votes, and you haven't voted. What will this be? You're all telling me it's going to be a Sentinel. So this was shown yesterday. We're on Preternia. So they're in the little booth there at New York Comic Con. I think there's going to be like a couple of reveals maybe over the course of the weekend. So I don't think it's going to be loads, and I think there'll be a couple more next week at MCM. So I'm not expecting a lot tonight, but it seems like people are expecting something big. Now, I did just see on Instagram before I came out, Ryan Ting, man I did manage to talk to last year at MCM, had a suitcase with him, and he had Logan on top of a suitcase. So one is assuming there is something rather large in that suitcase to be revealed. So Dragon Man finished last night. So I hope you pre-ordered Dragon Man if you wanted your Dragon Man, which we did cover that previously when it started. And I think we were all quite pleased initially that it wasn't £150 and it was 80 odd. So that wasn't too bad. That's finished. So your pre-orders are done and you won't be charged until it ships next year. So are they going to replace it with a similar item? Are we going to get another £150 item for another pre-order for another 6 weeks? I honestly was thinking, no, we wouldn't. I didn't think we would. I know he kind of teased it, and they've teased the fact that somebody would get a second chance. Now, there has been talk. I don't know who started it. I do not know who started it, but there has been some talk of Mephisto on the internet. There has been some talk. I was getting convinced. Dan was convincing me. He was giving me the big convince, and I think we might have got this one wrong. I think Mephisto is still coming. I still think he's coming next year. But if he turns up to the MCM, that'd be even better. But I don't think it's Mephisto today, because I don't know if we can link X-Men 97, which are the figures they're showing, and Mephisto. I don't think he turned up. But what did turn up in that show? A bucket ton. Now, Matthew's not seen the whole thing, but he has seen the first couple of episodes. And what happens in that, a literal graveyard of Sentinels comes to life from Bolivar Trask and a master mold. So is it master mold? I see Damien's down there just mentioned the word master mold. Is it going to be it can't be a master mold, surely, because if it's a master mold, they said they're not doing a HasLab this year, so this won't be a HasLab. So it's got to be a normal sort of pre-order in a way. So it can't be the size of the HasLab because it can't be the price. So master mold would have to be huge. So I don't think it's master mold. That's why I was thinking it won't be a Sentinel. I was thinking it would be Trask. So you get the inventor of the Sentinels, and you'll get this diorama base that clearly has a Sentinel footprint in the diorama base. And you just get some Sentinel pieces. So broken Sentinel pieces from my graveyard of Sentinels and Bolivar Trask. If it turns out to be that, I'm declaring myself as a toy genius. So you heard it here first. Toy genius. 2 hours to find out. I could be chatting absolute crap. But that's what I thought it was. The entire world seems convinced, and the poll, how is the poll doing? The poll is convinced, yeah. The poll is convinced. Let's end the poll. The poll is clear. We clearly have a winner. 73% are saying it is a Sentinel. So it's going to have to be a mid-scale Sentinel, probably around 14 inches, maybe. Probably, I'm going to guess, £150 price point, if it is going to be an animated Sentinel, because the HasLab version was bigger than that. It was more money. It was a comic book version. So we haven't had a full animated version. So, yeah, I'm going to have to buy an animated version if it is one, because I'm not having an animated version. So if it is a Sentinel, they're going to get me twice for a Sentinel. They've done small Sentinels this year with the gaming Sentinels. Is it the year of the Sentinel? It would fit the second chance category, because you can't get the HasLab again. So I was thinking a second chance could have been another clue. I was thinking it could be Angel. Could we have Angel in his red outfit? Give us a second chance, but give us him in his blue outfit. So I thought the tease might not live up to much, and it'll just be a simple repaint of Angel. I think clearly that is not the case. I do still think we will get a blue version of Angel. I think that's an absolute no-brainer. But it's not this, is it? It's clearly not this. This has to be Sentinel related. Some have even said in the comments that their hat would be eaten if it was Bolivar Trask. So I'm probably not right there. So looking at the clues and looking at the cues, we'll bring Matthew in a minute. He's studying. We're giving him time to think here to give us a genius answer of what this will be. So the clues in the wording on the plate. You can see the word Cerebro written in there. So, of course, the mutant hunting device. We'll get to Cerebro later when we get to the Lego X-Men Mansion. You can see the word Trask written in there. You can see MTNT. One is assuming that is an acronym for mutant. So this is scientific. I've got the pen out. This is scientific breakdown here. And you can see today's date. And you can see Marvel Legends. So, is this a Sentinel? Now we will pass to Matthew for the final verdict on what this is.
Well, the weird thing is, it's how the code's written. Don't you see the code written like that in the animated series when they're reading something?
When it goes out of a Sentinel's reader, yes.
So if you've got the code written like that, you would imagine it would be, but they need to do it at a price if it is going to be one where people can army build them and entice people to get more than one. Because obviously your big one that everybody got one of, it's very, very expensive. It looks incredible, but you can't. Well, you could, but it costs a lot of money.
Some did out there. Some did.
Some did. But this could be an opportunity for people to get a nice high end something related to that. But it's obviously it's all going to be 97 related. So it seems to be whatever it's going to be. It's got to be from, I would imagine, the 97 shows. It just seems to be that everybody's doing it from all the companies at the same time for this X-Men 97. Yeah. So something's happened. Something's been told to do it all on the date of the 17th and the 18th. And here we are. Yeah. So
I don't think it's coincidence that the Lego set has been shown on the same day as this.
No, it's no. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
'97.
Yeah, it's all to do. There's something to do deeper down internally for it being X-Men '97, and
that,
it could well be a saying that it could be a place. It could be a play scale playset. It could.
I have always wanted an X-Men mansion my entire life. If that's a playset, I would lose my mind. But I don't. The price they'd have to charge, I don't think it could be. The Lego set we'll get to, of course. You may have seen plenty of videos on it. I've even done one myself, actually. I hope you've seen it. That's got a Sentinel in as well. So
it does, yeah.
That has an animated.
It seems to be that they're pushing it. Yeah, but it'd be interesting because obviously with it being a second chance, it couldn't be anything else apart from anything that's already been released. And obviously, if it's not your second chance to complete the team, then
yes,
it'll be interesting.
It's got to be a major pre-order Sentinel. It has to be now, I think. Even though I'm going to admit this has to be a Sentinel. I'm going to guess it's going to be $149.99. Hello to Z-Man there. Z-Man just mentioned a Danger Room. I'd love a Danger Room. Well, give me a Danger Room in 6-inch scale. Super Turks Hannah's in there though. It's going to be the Marvel Universe 12-inch Sentinel. Well, that Sentinel was bigger than 12 inches, so that's the one they re-released for Days of Future Past, which I sold when the other one came out. Didn't do too bad actually. I think I actually profited on that, so that helped towards buying the big one. That was about 120, wasn't it? And that came with Logan. So this is probably going to be, I'd say, 14 inches, 15. So you've got to be talking 150, I would say. Let's hope it's less. If this is a Sentinel around the £100 price point, this is going to sell gangbusters. Absolute gangbusters if this is around the £100 price point. But probably 120 if you're lucky, 150. But we haven't got long to see. As anyone to replay, you already know what it is.
The countdown is on.
We will find out literally in a few hours. There's a load of Coach Scooby there. I hope it's around 16 to 18. It could be, but you're predicting $125 for 16 to 18. So I think if it's 16 to 18, it's going to go. They're going to go higher. They're going to go 150, 175. I would think if it was that. We're never getting an expansion for Legends. Maybe a bookshelf with a nameplate. Yes, Tariq. I think Lego has us covered. That's why I got very excited about the X-Men Mansion, because I don't think I'm ever going to get it in. That's the point of what my Lego was supposed to be. Things I can't get in toy form in Lego, then it just spiraled into everything.
Everything. So don't pretend that was the case.
And what version of Trask? The animated series version. I would like. Get your price guesses in there. I'm just guessing prices here. So we think it's potential. So we got £90 coming in from Tariq. I imagine it's going to be a limit of 5. Could be a limit of 3 though with Pulse. They do like to set a limit, so I don't think they're going to unlimit it. So probably a limit of 5, I would guess. So we could see some army building if it's that price. Because if you can get 5 Sentinels for £500 and they're a decent size, then I could see people really liking that. So we will find out in due course.
So I've got a quick question before we move off this. So if you go by sizing for the different inches, and you started off at £100 price point, and you added an inch, but you had to add 10 quid on per inch. I'm trying to keep this clean.
Right.
At what point is your cutoff where it becomes good value for multi-builder? So how much would you be willing to pay for what size? Because obviously, if you're saying it's 100, it's not going to be huge. But would you rather it be cheaper, slightly smaller, and get lots? Or do you want it? Because obviously, you're all different type of collectors, but there must be a magic number. Keep it clean in the chat for it being the perfect size where it just touches the sides when it goes on your shelf.
I know.
What's your favourite length?
That's my favourite length. What size is the other one? So I call my Sentinel Bob. In this house, and I think Bob is 26 inches. So I don't want it to be too much less than Bob. So if 18 would be nice. 18 would be nice, but I think the price would be too high if it was 18.
You're going high price, high bid.
I would.
So you say 18 inches is 180 quid. If we just did it that way,
I would go with that. Yeah, I'd go sort of £10 an inch, as you would say.
Yeah,
so I don't think
so.
Let's go
18 inches, 180.
Let's go 15 inches. 15 inches,
150 quid, 15 inches.
I'm going to lock in on that. I think that is what it will be. It'll be 150. It'll be 15 inches.
But that means people would only get one. Whereas if it was 12 inches, would you be entitled to get two?
12 inches is too small. 12 inches is too small. It'd be a much cheaper price point because.
Yeah, this is it. It's like
you're
you want
scaling
more of them or one of them.
You're
the designer. Yeah. Everybody else get it in the chat. What would your perfect length be? So Damien's going for 120 or 140 at that, and Tyreeki's been awkward at 12 and a half. I can't work out the maths.
Damien's got a price point of 65. He's gone half inch on price there. He's only gone £5 per inch. He's gone £5 per inch. So Captain Scooby's right. Super Adaptoid was 12 inches and he was only 75. So it's when you get bigger, because you're scaling up and wide, it's length and girth you have got to take into account. How is this conversation turned into length? I'm trying to keep it
clean, but we just seem to be talking about length and girth. It's always the way on the channel. I'm just asking everybody's favourite size. That's all.
So there you go. We've got 40 people in the chat. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I don't think we've ever hit the big 4-0 when it comes, and we're talking about living lengths of sentence.
And girth, yeah. It's an interesting conversation.
Oh dear. There was what scale did I did years ago? The original Toy Biz Builder figure, was that 14? I think that was 14 off the top of my head. I think that was 14. There was now Coach Scooby's thrown your £10 per inch out the window there. He wants 16, but between 120 and 150. So
that's all right. I was just saying possible. As a guide, if you just did an inch per 10 quid, what would you prefer? But ideally, longer length and cheaper price. We all want that, obviously.
That is what we're in for. So anybody at MCM next week, come and see Matthew, and you write down for him your favourite length. I want people to give him gifts of length.
Let me know your favourite length and how much you're willing to pay.
Anybody that sees him, just randomly come up to him next week and just tell him about inches. Don't say nothing else. Just come and say 16 inch.
You could be talking about your washing machine. I don't care. Just let me know the length and girth and walk off. Yeah, that's fine.
How am I sharing a room with this man next week? My goodness, I think we've not shared a room together since a sleepover when we were about 14, probably. So it's been a good 25 years, I think, nearly since we've shared a room. So this could get awkward with the I think Damien's got that well there. No comment, just no comment.
Oh, that's fine. You can keep it,
We'll find out. Now, you're going to turn around and you apologise later in the comments, but this turns out to be broken Sentinel pieces, Bolivar Trask, and I am a toy genius, and this is no Sentinel at all. But we will, as I punch the microphone there, we will find out. Right, we'll move on from that segment then. We will move on, and we will go up to the screen, because I've got to find them. I've lost my mouse now, so this is good. Right, so I can share this instead. But let me refresh the page before I share it, because we are going to go to a surprise. Well, it wasn't a surprise, was it? Because it was leaked the other day. But share this tab instead. And here we have the Ghostbusters Plasma Series Ectomobile Anniversary Edition HasLab. Now, we knew this was coming. They teased months ago they were going to do. It was going to be an Ecto one. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I know I want to get the Mondo animated Ghostbusters. So I thought, well, I can just pass this on by. Absolutely pass it on by. I was going to show no interest in this at all. Then I saw it. So I'm going to go top up my drink. Matthew, as an owner of a Lego Ecto one, just talk.
Well, we'll move off the length and girth conversation and get on to this. So, obviously, what you're seeing in the screen is from the original film, and you've got the second one as well. Now, I'm assuming, as Jay's been scrolling to and from, on the left-hand side, you have your actual price point, set price, which Jay will be going over, because I obviously can't move it up and down. On the right-hand side, I will imagine you then go all in. I was about to say something else then. And then you can get the different stickers and all the other little bits and pieces included. And I do believe you get more characters as well. So that's what I wish Jay left me on rather than the actual thing. So that's what I was talking about. One on the left, one on the right. Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. Both of them anniversary. You got one for 324 and the other one is 399. Now, I actually do have this in Lego form for the Ecto 1 original vehicle. And it is a thing of beauty at a larger scale. So are you having this in your basket currently, Jay? This is the bit that people might be clipping, because I got a voice note from this man, which I could play, and he sounded concerned. I wasn't too sure if his internal organs were clogged, if he was going to black out or pass out, because he went through every emotion in a 60-second voice note you could possibly imagine, going from, I don't need it, Jesus Christ, what's going on? I have to have it. I'm going to decide on the live stream. So, Jay, talk.
You weren't the only one that received an erroneous voicemail. Mr. Who also received one as well, with my overexcited tones of what have I just seen. Literally, I was watching the opening video to this as Cheeky Monkey walked through the door coming back from work. And yeah, she wasn't particularly happy. So, well, I do have 2 tabs open. There is a second tab that I am not sharing currently, which is in my account, and there is something in my basket, but it is just in the basket as we speak. There was
Jay, with regards to as you're having literally a midlife crisis over making a decision, because I can see it. Everybody can see the pain in your cheeks. The car on the right hand side, obviously, I can see it's got a removable roof because it's got the different light color, which is a great idea. But the stickers, is that a permanent feature or are they an add-on? Because obviously the panels aren't removable. So when you buy the deluxe version, does it come with the stickers already on? Because it's got different lights on the grille as well.
So they're going to be decals to add on.
Oh, right, fine. So so that's all right then. Okay. That's
whether you can remove them and they'll still be sticky if you want to go back. I
just don't get. Well, I'm not saying I don't get it. I just think, well, they're giving you a removable roof piece, so it looks like you can convert it back to the first film, but obviously the first film doesn't have the high vis on.
Yeah, can you get that off with the? Let's. I've not even been in the description yet. We will go in. Anybody answer Matt's question in the chat? Are the decals going to? Anybody know if they said if they'll actually be removable? Because you've got the conversion kit. As they're saying there, the conversion kit and the decal 1989 sheet. But I bet you they don't tell us if they're actually going to be removable.
So it's either going to be a case, if you stick them on, you're not going to get them off.
Yeah. So
but then I guess it gives you the option of if you want the first or second car. That's what they're doing, aren't they?
I've spoken to a few people this evening who are backing 2 so they can have 1 in each mode. So
that makes sense because it's 2 separate films. So yes, I get that.
There goes £800.
Yeah, that's it. That's an 80/80 gone. Thanks very much.
Yes,
but no, that makes sense. It's just, I guess it's a nice option to have. And let's be honest, with regards to the pricing of both, as you were reading that, it kind of makes sense to get the deluxe just for the extra couple of quid because you get so much more and you can still have the first vehicle. Unless you hated the second film with an absolute passion, I can't see the first one selling that much. I'm sure there'd be bars going across for both. I mean, I'm guessing you've got a bar for both of you.
No, it is an all-in. So this is like the cantina.
Combined
this is like the cantina. They need 12,000 backers together. Either or, you can go for either or you can go for 1 of each, or you can go for 2 of what you can do, whatever you like. Effectively, they just need 12,000 total orders, regardless if it's 12, regardless how it's made up. But in the next 45 days, and this will be funded. So it's been live now for about 3 hours, is it? About 3 hours or so, maybe a bit longer, and it's at 2,400. So we're nearly about 900 people an hour.
Just to jump quickly to what is the equivalent of a Lego fundraiser that Jay has, HasLab as such, that Jay backed.
God, I've done that as well, haven't I? Yeah.
Yeah, so Jay had backed a certain item, which was the same principle as this, and within 3 hours, it was 30,000 units and sold out. So if you put it into perspective, that how good this looks, it's just how crazy people are for different licenses. So this is definitely going to fund. You're going to get the funding done. You're going to get 12K in 45 days. Is there an early bird with this?
There is. I've nearly scrolled that far. I can't see if those stickers or decals are removable, so can't answer that this evening. Hopefully they will find out. It'd be nice if they were, but I think once they're on, they're going to be struggle to come off. Like you can get Lego stickers off, but
well, I just thought it's just weird that the roof was removable, but they still had the it's not extra panels, but it keeps the price down. I understand, but it's
this Slimer. this Slimer's getting me. Look at it. We've not actually had a Plasma Series Slimer. We've not had a decent Slimer in a long, long time. So we'll get through that. There is an early bid. Let's get to the early bid. Let's have the early bid first, because if you are going to go on this, you need to go in the next 2 weeks, because if they get it fully funded, so it's different rules this time. So if it receives a total of 12,000 backers within 2 weeks, then Tully is unlocked for everybody. If it doesn't make 12,000 in 2 weeks, he is a goner. He won't be happening, but you can still fund it in the 45 days. Of course, it's a HasLab, so you will not be charged until the 2nd of December when this campaign ends. So I'm thinking, nice Christmas present this could be. Anybody fancy anything for Christmas? So I better go whipping up the family exchange, I think, for Christmas funding. Yeah, because you won't get charged till the 2nd of December. But if you want Tully in his little outfit there, then you do have to back within. We need to just reach the 12,000. So if you are, so it really gives you 45 days, but it really needs to make it, I think, in 12 days. Otherwise, this could be what we've had this before with the Engine of Vengeance when the early bird failed. It just went completely kaput after that anyway. So but Ghostbusters fans seem a little crazy. They seem a little more like similar to the Lego collectors out there, because they were backing the Proton Pack like cosplay piece.
They were
absolute insane. I think that the amount of things that sold.
Let's be honest, like, without dwelling on it too much, I think the Engines of Vengeance was doomed from day one. It was a swing and a miss. It went wrong. The campaign itself wasn't fantastic. Price, everything else, blah blah blah. But this is a good price point. You get a lot with both. You've got something for everybody. And yes, it'll be fantastic to have this this actor and character involved. Luckily for me, it came with my Ghostbuster Firehouse. I've got him, so that's perfect. So I do believe it is that one. It's got a changeable head, I do believe, where he has the mutant bit as well, I think. So yes, but if you didn't get this, it's not the end of the world.
No, it is a nice bonus to add on, but if it's going to fund anyway, which I think it will fund, I don't think they're going to have any problems funding this at all.
It's going to fund.
It might as well fund in 12 days, because you just get more for effectively the same
price. Exactly that. You get more for the same price, don't you?
So that's what you need. If you are after this, anybody in the chat actually after this, I'm sure Damien might be. Are you going to be backing this one? I know Mike Hext is losing his mind out there somewhere. If you're on the replay crew, Mike, or anywhere around, say hello, because I know you are in for this one as well. So there's a lot of people that will be in for this one. Let's go back to the top then, because this is a lot more than I thought we were going to be getting for the money then. So the basic version is the original 1984 Ghostbusters Ecto 1, but for the first time in the line, a proper Slimer. Or did they just call him Green Ghost, I think, in the credits in the first?
They do, yeah. They don't call him Slimer, do they? Until
the animated series. And then the Library Ghost. So I think that's the first time we've ever had the Library Ghost in the human form-ish version of a Library Ghost. So that is it's almost that. It's those two figures that I really, really do like. So I've still got the original figures then from the Plasma series. I went for the slimed version. So I've got all 4 Ghostbusters. I've got the dog thing, the Vince Clortho dog thing. I've got Rick Moranis' character. I've got Sigourney Weaver. I've got all the little figures that go with this, and I've got it's like a Diamond Select money box of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's about 11 inches tall with him burn on fire. So, and I've got a firehouse. So literally, I could just buy this and it goes straight into a display. Simple as anything. But, oh dear, how am I, what is going on here? I knew this was coming. I thought, I won't bother with that. I'm not that bothered. I just get in a car. It's not quite just a car. They've done a lot to this. So it lights up. It makes all the authentic sounds of the car, so the sirens work, load of lights, and then the bit I wasn't expecting was the interchangeable parts to make it the Ghostbusters 2 version. So you can take the roof off. You've then got the Ghostbusters 2 roof, the additional stickers, and then you've got the whole team for the first time in this line, at least, in their darker suits from Ghostbusters 2, with their sort of splurge gunny things that they use in the second film. And it's not a lot of price difference, as you say, between the two. So for the deluxe, it's going to cost £75 more. But for that £75, you get 4 extra figures, all their accessories, and the interchangeable roof thing. So when a figure's these days £25,
But yeah, you get a lot for 75 quid.
If I was backing, I'm going to, I'm not even thinking about it, that you go deluxe here, I think. It's deluxe or bust, unless you, as you say, absolutely cannot stand Ghostbusters 2, then you go deluxe.
Yeah, it's exactly that. If you can't stand the second film, you just go for the first car. But have you ever owned this vehicle? He says as he's about to drink.
Have I ever owned this vehicle? Twiggy says there. Do we have an extra one? Yes. I have a small version.
Oh, you do, of course. Yes, sorry, you've got it. Yeah. You've just picked it up. Haven't you?
Yeah, it only cost £15. So it was the Kenner tribute version that I just play about in the firehouse because I thought it was fun to have really for 15 quid. I just like mucking about the thing. But I've never had a proper Ecto one because they have never done a proper 6-inch scale. Ecto
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
they've done the one from the new movie with all the rust and stuff on it, but it wasn't quite this scale. They've done the original Ecto one for the Plasma series, but it wasn't in scale with the figures, so it's completely pointless, effectively. So they've finally done it. I know there is some absolute massive Ghostbusters fans out there, not just Ghostbusters toy fans. I sent this to my mate Jamie here, who's not even a proper toy collector. He dabbles in toys occasionally, but I think he had like an Ecto one. So there are just some proper fans of Ghostbusters. So I can see this selling, like when we get to the bit on the X-Men Mansion, I can see that selling to 6-inch collectors that don't collect Lego. So I can see this.
Well, when we get to that bit, I think it might sell better to them than actual hardcore Lego people.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get to that in the coming segment of the show.
Exactly, yeah.
Loads to cover this evening.
Lots and lots, yeah.
I think this will have mass market appeal much more than certain toys and things will. So what you get for £400, you're going to get effectively. If we get the early bird, that's 7 figures. So that's already like 7 figures in the current market is £175. So if you kind of take that off the price, you're paying for the Ecto 1 $225 for a 20. I think it's 22 inches. We talked about length earlier. Let's get the length on the screen. So 22 inches long, 8 inches wide and 10 inches high, pretty much.
Oh, it's interestingly, if you are struggling for shelf space because you've got the ladder racking on the original car, take that off, and it's actually less width, but it's higher on the second one. So that's something you've got to consider, but you've got 10 inches to 11.2. So depending on what vehicle you go for, you've got to make sure you have enough space.
They've made it a good size. So in terms of the cubes behind me, it's 2 cubes. So it's a standard Kallax cube with the middle withdrawn. You still have plenty of space because that would give you 26 inches and you've got 22.5. So this will slot on the shelf. Absolutely lovely. So it should be an easy enough one to display on a standard display cube. So won't fit in the DTOF, but of course it wouldn't fit in the DTOF. It's far too, it's the wrong shape, but it will fit hello to Thirsty for Chicken Nick. How are you? We haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing, sir? How are we doing out there? We're still here and we are still talking toys. So I'm interested. I am very interested, and it's in the basket. Oh, so I'm so interested. The Ghostbusters figures were hidden in the back of a cube to my left earlier. They're no longer there. They're now out and they're in the toy room already.
Oh, so basically you've already made space for it. Come on, be honest.
Yes, there's space for this. There is space for this. This is no spatial issue I have when it comes to this. It's just, do I want to drop £400? So price-wise, I think for a HasLab, it's okay. Of course, it's way more expensive than McFarlane vehicles because Todd's Batmobiles are this size and they're about £100. So it's definitely much more expensive. But Todd's aren't, as I say, that tumbler there cost me about £75.
And it looks brilliant. The other one that I've seen.
It just doesn't. So, in a way, you could say this is overpriced. Todd's are way cheaper than Hasbro's. Hasbro vehicles are always much more expensive. Todd's look nice on the shelf, but don't have a lot of functionality. And if you took them up, if you go inside a bit more, there's not quite the detail in there. They'll do it as a shelf piece, but this will be much more detailed, much more functional. So
well, this is your sort of top end UCS type. This is what it is. This is all singing and dancing of everything, isn't it? Whereas Todd's look brilliant, but they just serve a purpose for a photo, and you're living the dream that way.
So I've got to make a decision. Am I going to back this? Now, they do usually accept PayPal credit when it comes to HasLab, so I wouldn't have to pay it once. 4 easy payments of £100. It's just I buy a lot of toys. But this does look good. It irritates me that Matthew's got a nice Ecto one in his Lego and I don't. So I could blame him for this. I could blame him for this. Let's turn the blame on Matthew. How dare you have a Ghostbusters Firehouse that on the secondary market now goes for about £800 in your collection. And
Which
you have a large Ecto one. And you didn't pay. You have a large Ecto one. You do have a large Ecto one?
I have a large Ecto one, and I have the small Ecto one.
Ecto one. So I might have a small Ecto one, but I don't have a large Ecto one. So I wouldn't mind a large Ecto one. There's a
well, I've got all of I've got them all. So basically, it's they're good. They're good. They are good looking things. Great. They are very good looking things.
It's so I've got to make a decision. Am I going to back this or not? Chat, help me out. Help me out. Should I back the Ecto one? It's in a basket in a separate tab. Should I back it? There was a Comic Con brought you back in the toilet for a little bit. Yes, we are still here. We're all good. Yes, we are doing fine. Thank you. It is nice. It's nice to see you again there. Hang in with us, toy people, as I make decisions like should I back an Ecto one that I had no interest in about 4 hours ago. So I like that figure. I really like that figure. I love that Slimer. That looks just like Slimer from the first movie. That's fantastic. I like the suits of the second Ghostbusters. I like having that variation on the shelf, and you do get a decent ton of accessories. You can get the coffee cup and a little balloon thing that's in the little Ghostbusters advert within the film, and you got the toaster.
You get a lot. You do get a lot, really. There's a lot to it, but you've got. Let's be honest, you've got a week and a half to make. Well, 2 weeks, haven't you? You've got to make the decision by, because if you don't, more than likely, if you don't get it in 2 weeks, you won't get it knowing that you've missed that character.
Yes. Well, as long as the project gets 12,000 within 2 weeks, anyone could still back it after, and you still get the character. So the character would be for everybody, but 12,000 people have to. They've got you there. 12,000 people have to commit within the next 2 weeks to get it for everybody. So there's.
I see. Okay, clever. So it's just to get the numbers up quickly.
Yeah,
I see what they've done. That's a very
so,
weird way of doing it. Okay, I'm with you now. I thought it was if you backed it within the first 2 weeks, you got it. Not everybody got it, but it relies on the first lots of people for 2 weeks.
Let's have a look at the chat. Dan Hayden's there. Hello. Do it. Just simple. Just clear there. Do it. Next, talking about the price. As I say, the price in terms of what other vehicles are on the market. You could say it's overpriced. Within Hasbro's own HasLab branding, I think it's kind of where I thought it would be. And actually, probably a little bit, the fact they're giving you so many figures, it's a bit cheaper than I thought it would be. I thought they were trying, what I thought this Asher offering would be, because this is the second time they've done a mixed offering of a deluxe and a basic. I thought the offering would have been the basic, and then they tried to sell you the wave of figures on top for about 120. They've sold you the figures separately for more money. So I think the actual better value is within the deluxe offering, because those figures are way cheaper. And of course, aftermarket on this. Is it an investment piece, of course, when it comes to toy collecting? Most of these HasLabs go up in value. So potentially, where else we got some opinions here? Jeremy's there. Yes, you know you're going to do it anyway. Get that early bird. So he has no faith in me that I'm not going to buy this. There was no faith in me at all. Get 2 of the deluxe. You can display them both ways. So Dan Stan's he's going crazy. If you have the original Plasma series, you do really need all the new figures. I do have the original Plasma series, so I do need all those figures. So effectively, the chat are saying, do it. And they have no faith that I'm not going to do it. So we're going to ask Matthew now. We're going to ask him. He's known me longer than anyone here. Am I going to back this HasLab? Am I, yes or no?
It will be booked by midnight. Booked, backed.
By midnight.
You are beyond balls deep in this already. If you made the shelf, you're not going to sit on it for 2 weeks. But I am saying this. Think of what is going to be coming out this weekend before you make your decision, because your money is not unlimited. So if you might like this, but then the problem is with him, guys and girls, is tomorrow there'll be something else that comes out. It's like, oh, I want that, and I want that, and I want this.
Not tomorrow, in an hour and a half, when the potential Sentinel is announced. There was a...
Well, why don't you wait to see what the announcement is? I can see him filling out his bank details on a secondary screen. I know what you're doing. Have you purchased it yet already?
Let's have a look. I'm in.
Dreadful.
Oh, dear.
When you watch this back on the replay, I am not involved.
I can confirm the button PayPal credit is there. The PayPal credit, I thought it wasn't for a second. I was starting to sweat, but it is there. It is there. This might be a live purchase. That is my address. That's definitely my address. I've pressed a button. Press the button. What's that button doing? Let's find out what the button's doing. Oh, that's but okay. That says deluxe. It says deluxe.
Right.
That's my address. Definitely my address, and that's my PayPal details.
So bad.
Oh, I've pressed the blue button, Matthew. I've pressed the blue button.
You bought it live.
Thank you for your order. You will receive an email confirmation shortly.
And he bought it just like that.
Well, did you know the UK government just received £67.49 in tax for that sale? So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a live purchase of a HasLab here on the return of this weekly toys. Thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. That's very appreciated. Well, it's happened, people. It's happened. It's absolutely happened. I can confirm. Let's watch the back account go up. So I better share the actual tab without my actual bank details. Are we in the right tab? Yes, we are. So there you go. The back account, of course, has increased now, 2,516. So we have a live backer there of the ex. Cheeky Monkey's going to go absolutely nuts when she watches this on the replay. I thought she might join us, but she's clearly forgotten. I'm glad she wasn't here for that. But there we go. Dan Hayden's applauding. He's happy. Danny, oh, you're back in this as well. There was you've all egged me on here. There was my FedEx parcel's also on the way. What have I got with FedEx? There was something shipped with FedEx. I don't know what shipped with FedEx. There was it's I've choked to death.
Well, congratulations on spending. Well, I would like to make this very, very clear to the world, and more importantly, your better half, that I was not involved in this purchase. Whilst the problem is, there's video evidence that I am involved in this purchase because I was sat right here when you purchased it, but I couldn't stop you, even though I knew you were doing it. I did my best. Congratulations on owning. You only got one, though, didn't you?
I did get one. Yes, one deluxe.
Just the one.
Just the one. Just the one deluxe. There we go. I think he said it. He said it well. Now, I blame Matt. I think it's
I'm going to get a T-shirt now that's made up that just says "I blame Matt." That's what I'm going to get. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Thanks very much.
Stay tuned to Mr. Who this weekend for his opinions on this, because I've got a funny feeling I might not be the only one backing this. I've got a funny feeling, but we'll have to wait for his shows to discuss this. Because help me, son, don't leave me hanging here. Do not leave me hanging. We have a. Well, that's all the figures complete then. Well, that's another collection I wasn't planning to do. Where's the Mondo stuff going to go? Oh dear me. It's happened. There was
I did just warn you. So if people could potentially get some GoFundMe super chaps in the next sort of half an hour to help Jay pay for a £400 item he, as of 3 hours ago, had no interest in whatsoever.
Don't panic. The community has come forward. Jeremy is already there. There's I am not backing, so I may as well help you too with a laughing face. $5 donated, Jeremy. Thank you very much indeed. Oh my goodness me, thank you. This is turning into a hell of a live stream. I really had a feeling it would there. So let's give Jeremy a thank you graphic. Where have they gone? Let's have Batman. He can bring some clarity to the situation. Thank you for the super chat, Jeremy. I can't even speak. Oh my goodness. I've generally back that live here on the stream. There we have the Matthew looking was me actually getting a PayPal code so I could log into the account. So that was he caught me in the act.
I knew you were doing something. I knew it. I could see it. It's your face.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm very sorry about this.
But, the I blame Matt trend started, is it? Okay.
If Dan gets it, that's if. It's also your fault.
Hang on, whoa, wait. Can we just get that comment back up on the screen for a second, please? Because there's something wrong with the way that's worded. And it's the first word, not the fact that my name's in it, because surely under Dan Who, it'll be when.
Well, we will see. There you go. Hello, very regular. Just when you think they can't really win, they do it again. Yeah, I really didn't think I was going to be interested in this at all. Generally, thought, I'll pass this on by. No interest at all. Tara says, call Kiara, get a live reaction. There was, we won't be doing that because she won't watch this far into the stream. And we might get away with it. I'm not going to get away with this, because all you lot are in MCM next week. So you're going to tell Madison Kingswood again as well. Thank you, Madison. £5 super chat. You clearly need this more than me. It's like well, thank you very much, Evie. We're being far.
True.
You are generally being far too generous this evening. Thank you very much for these super chats. Absolutely. Oh, blown away tonight. You clearly need this more than me. Thank you. Let's give you a thank you graphic as well. There was I'm going to miss this stream. It's literally a click of a button. There was we better give that to Cheeky Monkey. Put that towards the wedding fund. There we are. Cheeky Monkey, if you ever see this, all donations, #wedding fund. One of the channel membership tiers may actually be called #wedding fund. When I can get those things working. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, everybody. We have had a live purchase. Yes, and Dan Hayden's, I'm afraid, you were at a recent toy show. Dan Hayden was there, and he bought some Star Trek turtles. You were also to blame for those as well.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I had a good Star Trek conversation.
Yes.
I kind of reminded Dan that he wanted them at the last convention. And then he bought them at that one. So that was quite a lot of money as well. So, yes, I apologise.
There you go. Well, apology. Matthew's apologising quite. He's all over the place now with apologies. There was so let's go to Lego then. Let's get this. So we have had a separate video on all my initial thoughts. A dream come true, I called it, because finally I'm going to be able to own an actual playset that represents my childhood. The X-Men Mansion, effectively from the 1992 X-Men animated show. Just updated for 1997, but effectively the same thing, is coming to Lego form. Now, it's coming on the 4th of November, but there is a note down here that it will be insiders access only on the 1st of November, 1st to the 3rd. So there is going to be a giveaway purchase associated with this one. I will just flick it up on the screen because I have done a video on this as well. So if you buy this in the first few days, if they still have stock, they do like to sell out of things, but hopefully this one will be fine. There is a Cerebro set there that will be coming as a little separate diorama piece with the set. So that's why you can buy it early. It is free if you want to be a Lego insider. You just sign up with your email. You don't have to pay anything and you get early access and a potential free gift. And some of those do sell quite well. So as we are mainly a toy channel here in 6 inches, I thought this might be one, though, that might interest a bit of everybody, because I could see this selling quite well to some of the toy people out there. I've definitely spoken to a few of you that are interested in this one, because, yes, you may not put it with your 6-inch stuff, but if you've got a spare shelf hanging around, I think this would look rather cool, because you've got a load of figures to come with it as well, and you've got a representation of something I don't think Hasbro will give us, is an X-Men mansion. So here it is in Lego form. It's $289.99. 3,000 pieces, so just under 10 pence a brick. When it comes to Lego and X-Men, we do get hit with that Disney tax, so that's about average these days for that. So it's not terribly overpriced compared to some of the X-Men stuff I've seen in the past. Luckily, I'm getting a bit of a discount on this one because they give you points at Lego. So as you can see in the top there, I've got 23,000 of these points, so that equates to £145 discount. So got a £145 discount to come on this one, so I will probably get this day one when it does release in a few days' time. There was oh my goodness, oh no, ladies and gentlemen, oh my god, we're going to have to take a break from the X-Men Mansion because Cheeky Monkey has just turned up in the private chat. Oh my goodness.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Now, if any of you in the chat say anything, there's going to be consequences.
I'm not listening to Ghostbusters or
very
Any
sorry.
toy talk.
No.
What
Have
I'm
you
going to do, I'm just going to leave you two to it for a second. I'm just going to wander off.
He's just taking a walk. So, Cheeky Monkey, welcome to the
What's
show.
happened?
Well, so far, we've had the most super chats we've ever had in the show. We've had the most viewers we've ever had in the show. And we're having a fantastic time talking toys. Apart from that, nothing has happened. Nothing at all. So
Okay,
we're doing
well,
well.
that makes me sus straight away. The
Sus
way
what?
you say that. I can't stay very long. We're just going to have some chippy chips in a minute. So
Oh,
I just
off
thought
the
I'd come and say hello before we have some food.
Right. Oh, yes. Say hello. That's it, D. Just say hello. Say hello to the chat. Say hello, Cheeky Monkey. Get your monkeys in the chat.
Get your monkeys in the chat.
There was a don't say anything else. Nobody say anything.
I'll find out later on what you've been up to.
Now, 30 for Chickens popped and he said hello. So he's
Got
got nothing to lose
lose
here.
here.
Yes. There's hello. So
Is this going to end in divorce?
No, not at all. Though.
I know when you're telling fibs.
Look, I'm not telling fibs. We've got monkeys in the chat. There we are.
Yeah, drop your monkeys in the chat. Share some love.
There you go. 30 for Chickens bought a new car, everybody. That's what's happened. There we are. So congratulations.
I got a Lego set the other day, Kiara.
There you go.
Yeah.
What Lego set did you get?
It was a brown flying turd, basically.
That one.
Yeah, it was that one. It was all right. It's better than the walking dog. So
have you started building it yet?
Finished it near enough. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Oh, get the guess it. Oh, look, you're getting compliments as well.
Thanks for the compliment. There you go. I look beautiful. Thank you.
Let's put her on the full screen. There you go. There she is. But we'll make her go vertical.
I forget not everyone's seen this hair.
Cheeky Monkey has gone blonde since you've last seen her. There was a.
It's been dyed and looks good. I'd like to say what Jay did to you, but I won't.
Beautiful haircut there. Nothing else has happened. We've had a lovely time.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll leave you guys to it then. If you've not done anything
before you go,
just make sure you watch the replay tomorrow.
The replay
tomorrow.
Now, Cheeky Monkey, before you leave, what do you think might have happened?
Have you backed something that you shouldn't have backed?
Have I what? What was that word?
You backed something you shouldn't have backed.
Backed. I don't know what backing is. You could back the chair up a bit. You could back your chair up. So you could just back my chair up this side. That's a bit of backing. There's no backing. That's not a toy word we ever use in this community.
I don't
know. No pre-orders tonight.
Have you actually bought something?
Bought? No, there's no buying here. We don't buy things here. We win competitions. Yes, I've won a competition.
Oh, right. So you went to the competition and won something really good.
Now, a good friend of the channel.
What we got onto now.
Yes, there's a good friend of the channel. He's been in this room before. You've seen him on my last Marvel Legends video. He's a short man. He didn't quite fit on the screen. he won a competition once. He won a HasLab. You see, won a HasLab for free. Absolutely for free. Won a HasLab. He did so well with it. So I this evening, love, may have won a HasLab too. May have won one.
Right, I've got to go.
Bye,
she's
Kiara.
off. She's I've won, dear. I'm a winner.
Bye. I'm sorry.
We'll talk later.
I'll bring the shovel.
Oh, look, there you go. There's the man that's giving it down. Who? Congratulations.
You lot all enable each other.
He is digging a hole deeper.
He's done it again. We'll see you, dear. We'll see you. Give her away then.
Right, bye.
I'll remove her. I'll give her away. There you go. She's gone. She's off.
You're in so much trouble.
Oh, dear me, boys. Dear me. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir.
That is basically a live bollocking on air, is what's just happened. You are toast.
Did you think I got away with that?
No, that you were really sly. Yeah, you were subtle. She will never clock on to what you're doing. She's getting in the car and she's going to run you over. That's it. You're going to be. Both sides of your bed are going to be cold tonight.
As I told you were sleeping with me next week.
But definitely am now.
Anybody want to switch rooms? Anybody going to MCM want to switch rooms? Oh dear me. The dreaded we'll talk later. It's not dreaded.
Can you make sure that the we talk later will happen before I arrive at MCM, please? Because I do not want to be involved in another incident in a hotel.
Oh dear me. Right, well, let's get back on track. What are we doing?
Back on track. Okay.
what we haven't even said. So X-Men Mansion, yes, the X-Men Mansion is coming in Lego form. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. There is a load of minifigures as a Sentinel. So yes, there's definitely a Sentinel. So I think there's definitely a marketing ploy. Let's go down to the bottom. It looks quite fun down here. There's a better image of it. So it gives you the full turnaround. Now they have tricked us slightly. So if you're a Lego collector, you might have a slight issue with this because we've seen a few comparison videos today, and it's a little smaller than we were kind of thinking it was. So if you are a Lego collector and you're looking to put this in a Lego city next to other Lego buildings, you might be in a little bit of trouble because it's not very tall. It looks quite tall.
So
it's
actually
take it away.
So this is a weird one for me because obviously this is my speciality. So there's a bit of an issue with this. Now, if you are obviously viewing Jay's channel and you want to have this as a standalone thing, incredible. It looks brilliant, as you can see. But they've designed it newly and differently, where it's on 3 individual base plates at 16 by 32. And the problem is, internally, it's too small. And I think that it's almost like it's at a scale that doesn't scale with anything else. It's almost like a very, very expensive playset, but the price of it is too because everybody kind of agrees that it looks great as a standalone thing. I'm not taking it away, but if you want to try and put it beside something, when you see it, it is really, really small. It's really shallow. It's about 5 or 6 bricks deep. How they've managed to make something so small with that brick count, I am surprised. And Jay was saying about the price to part thing. The Daily Bugle comes in at £299. It has 3,700 pieces and 25 minifigures. So I think the problem is on this. It is not just a certain tax. It is literally X-Men tax, which is what's been done over. So you can see here, Jay's got the picture up for us kindly. The one on the right-hand side is the Doctor Strange. Then you've got the big Daily Bugle, is what I've just said. And then for a couple of pounds less, only a couple of pounds less, you have the X-Men Mansion. Now, that is going to be really awkward to display in a city. That as a run looks nice. It works perfect with the Avengers Tower. But I said this to Jay, I think it's a Lego City UCS scaled set because the modular on the right-hand side is obviously the Doctor Strange set, and that is basically the same size as all the other modulars that you can buy. I guess it's like almost like the Simpsons, maybe height scale kind of that.
It does look similar to the Simpsons.
To me, they've almost made up a new scale, and that's why I can't quite get my head around. I can't quite figure out the scale of it, even though I like how it looks. So that's my only pet peeve with it.
Yeah, I think with the actual Marvel modulars, it does work. It's just if you want to put it with the standard Lego modulars, it doesn't quite work. Because I think in this, it does work.
Yeah, it works great against the Avengers Tower because the Avengers Tower arcs away with it. But then if you are just going to get it as a standalone thing, or you just have it pulled away from stuff, the amount of things that you can do to display it, because Joe will look at all the characters now to keep it sort of toy related. You've got everybody in there that you can imagine, but you've got all these different flight stands up at the top. You've got all the battles and everything going on the front. The colors are fantastic. It's just really, really shallow. It's like 5 studs deep. So to try and get your hand in there to get a minifigure in there, but at the same time, it comes in with every single room, so we can see why they've done that. But it has got a brand new design of a corridor, so you can see all of these modulars on the side. The middle piece has got 2 open doors. But it looks big there. But when you actually realize how many studs it is on the front, it's about half a base. It starts from the half base plate back, but it doesn't go all the way back to the back of the base plate. So internally, it's going to be a little bit fiddly. But as a standalone looking building, it looks brilliant. And it's going to be a very, very good challenge to get it looking good with other bits and pieces. But it's come at an interesting price point for size to part because it's all weird. It's all like I don't know why they've done it like they've done it, but then at the same time, if they didn't do it, well, you might not have got it. So it's just one of those.
Yeah, with the X, but they could have made it bigger, but then it would have been probably, because they'd have probably kept the same ratio, you'd have been talking £430.
Well, the
So
things are, this is where the ratio doesn't work, because the Daily Bugle's a couple of quid more and it's got 700 pieces more.
that was under the old pricing strategy,
so it's got to
wasn't
be
it?
something with the type of brick. This is the problem. The Daily Bugle's only a couple of quid more, 700 bits more. So if you didn't get the Sentinel and they gave it to you for the same price as the Bugle, because don't forget the Daily Bugle's got a hell of a lot more minifigures as well, it has to be an X-Men tax. And obviously we saw that with the Jet as well, because that's really, really expensive. So
that was 20 quid. That was crazy.
There's obviously something somewhere where the price is high, because obviously you worked it out at 10p a brick, which is a standard thing. But I'm just quite surprised that they've gone for the scale that they've gone for, because it's going to be difficult. But it looks good. The minifigures look great. That's the thing. It looks so good on a shelf. But yeah, from a Lego City point of view, it's a pain in the ass. But from a display battle diorama, it ticks all the boxes. It does everything. And yeah, so you got two different ways of looking at it. If you just want it for what it is, get it. You pay your money, you get what you get. It's lovely and colourful.
Let's have a look at the comments then on this one. So with regards to me, I'm going to have it at the front of my display now. So it's going to have a road next to it and a park next to it. So it will be individual, because when it was up to some of those Lego buildings, it did look a bit thin. So Tariq
have you got a photo of it beside the other buildings?
No. I've only got it beside the mark. There's not a photo. It was in a video, unfortunately. Tariq says he's fine with the height in his opinion. So Tariq is okay with it. Dan is mentioning it could be on top of a grassy hill in a Lego City. So you could.
Yeah, because it's going to be a good challenge to get it looking as a good diorama.
I think that's a good idea. I do like that, putting it on top of an actual hill there, because the actual thing itself is in upstate New York. It's not supposed to be in a row of townhouses.
No, that's it.
It is a separate.
But again, the problem is with it is that if you've got townhouses, obviously all the other stuff that is in this price point won't match it. But all the stuff that will match it is much, much, much cheaper. So it's like a saying, it's almost like it's a Lego City scale UCS top spec. But yeah, you get it up high, out the way. It's going to be a good challenge to make it as a really nice diorama, but it allows you to do it with the grass at the front and all the flight stands and everything. So it's more of a challenging thing around it, but it's just sneaky with how they've done the photos. That's the thing. I think they've been very, very sneaky with just how deep it actually is. It's very thin, isn't it? I suppose that's what I'm trying to get at. It's quite thin building.
Matthew's back on length again. So for the second
time
tonight,
the girth. Kind of shriveled up. That's what it's done.
It has the length, but it doesn't have the girth. So again, we need to get that on the t-shirt. I do have a picture. Actually, talking New York Comic Con, we can have it. Go to Preternia. It's actually on display. So Lego are at New York Comic Con, and they did an unveiling yesterday in the Marvel booth then. So you can see it. It comes through on camera. Very nice for the bright colours, I think, to represent the animated series there. So we've got it up. All the figures in there, we're just showing you through. So Bishop, I think, looks a fantastic minifigure. Gambit looks great. They've screwed Dan and Rich over because there's no Beast or Jubilee in the set. So poor Jubilee, she is in the Cerebro as what Professor X is looking at. So she's got to be coming. She's got to be coming.
Yeah, there's Easter eggs for it, isn't there? There's Easter eggs for it.
Let's get a campaign. Sure. Justice for Jubilee. Let's get Jubilee out there if we can next year. But I think it does look pretty cool. As I say, this will be a day one purchase for me. Hopefully half price for my points, and I will get it in the front there. What's Jeremy saying there? Yes, he's also saying about being out in the countryside, so it shouldn't be around any of the buildings, if that helps. So I think that's going to be Matthew's challenge then, because I think he was initially thinking,
going to be my challenge.
In a city display, he's going to have to... Yeah. So you've now been challenged by the chat. You need this in a countryside display.
I think the biggest issue is, like, for me, I'm happy. I'd like to make this very clear. I think it's a beautiful looking thing, but at the same time, I think what a lot of people are struggling with, it's not the price to part ratio, which is really weird. It's actually the price to scale, because it's a bit like what Jay was saying of the Ecto 1, of it wasn't quite the right scale with this, and then you've now got the right one, and Jay's obviously just backed it. This is the complete opposite to what we've always had. We've always had bits that, you know, right size, and all of a sudden they've gone, have a brand new thing, but it's just make it work.
I didn't back anything. There's been no backing on this channel. Something strange in your bank account. Who are you going to call? Now, Mike Hext, if you've seen the earlier bit in the stream, you're going to have to go back on the replay because something may have happened if you haven't seen that bit. How many figures are reuse also? So I can answer that question if you'd like me to. Let me do my maths. So let me get the screen back up. So I will go for my one bugbear with the set. It's just Professor Xavier. So Wolverine is straight reuse. Charles is, well, his chair is technically new to Lego, but they put him in the blue suit because they've just reused the suit from the Office set. So can we get Charles in the green suit? For the love of God, put Charles in the green suit. Well, I've ranted about that in the other video. Storm, her torso's reused, but the lining on her cape's new and she's got a new face and new hair. Cyclops has new legs, so he finally has printed legs. Rogue is straight reuse. Iceman is brand new. Gambit is brand new. Bishop is brand new. And Magneto, technically, is brand new with a fancy cape. And Jean Grey over there in the corner is brand new. So we've got a nice selection. I need to get Beast from the CMF series. Matthew does have a spare one floating around once he's found his head.
I have found the head.
Oh, he's found the head. So Matthew has me covered on Beast. So all we need then, really, to complete the team is Jubilee. So hashtag justice for Jubilee, because we need to get Jubilee. Sentinel's going to be fun. Hopefully they'll re-release that separately next year so you can army build it. Hello to Kurt K. All the Americans are now dropping in. Oh, we've gone in the 40s again. So it's all going on tonight. We're back up there. There was,
it's all about the Lego.
Mike says, put pooing cows around it. So, yeah, this has definitely got to go in the countryside. We're taking from the chat there.
I think so.
Saying, Jubilee is in Lego Fortnite, and so is Colossus. That's a cool design. Kitty Cried is the best X-Men. Rich would not be happy with that username. But I said, yes, as agreed with Matthew, it is a bit too cramped there. He's going to be skipping that one, and hopefully they can do a better one. So we do have to say how
this is the problem. Sorry, it's not to cut you off, Joe. I think this might be the problem. Because they've gone in at the price point they have, I can't see them doing this again. And this is the problem. Because if they did a cheaper one, like a 120, 140 pound one, like they do with the little Falcons, then they go to the big price. Whereas because of the price point of this, it's not, the money's the money. It is what it is. But it's just, I think a lot of people are going to think it either needs to be a little bit bigger. The interior is really cramped. Externally, it does look nice.
I think Tariq was saying, about the height was okay, but the internal crampingness was there as well.
It's five studs, isn't it? That's it.
It's the Deadpool, the Magneto in the Deadpool set was about 10 years ago. He's got a different cape. I think he's got a different printing slightly as well. And I think the helmet might be reused, I think. But the Deadpool set goes for crazy money. That would be a figure that we'd like to get.
Very expensive.
There was a... Yeah, but Tariq mentioned there, hopefully, maybe, yes, a build your own mansion like the Harry Potter do. I have seen the designers even talk about this, saying actually the way they've made it modular, you can buy a second set and make it bigger yourself, but you can have a lot of spare pieces if you were to do that. But so
I was saying to Jay again off stream that I would have preferred this to be smaller to bring the price point down. But then the designer went, well, if you buy two, it'll be in scale. I would be like, fantastic. Okay, I would buy two. Whereas if you buy two of this now, you're going to be left with at least 1,000 spare pieces, and it's just not worth doing. Nor would you want to spend nearly 600 odd quid.
I think the money in this is going to be Gambit is going to be a crazy figure on the aftermarket.
I love Gambit's accessory with the cards.
Yes, that's
that thing there. That is an amazing accessory. So these do come, and they also got eternal alternate faces as well, which look fantastic.
Yeah. So Jean Grey doesn't have a blue face, just to let everybody know. It was their terrible images. There is no alternate blue face.
Oh, really?
No, it was. No, Bishop looked terrible in those early images as well. And Gambit had a different hairpiece, so no, I don't think there's...
what a shame. See, Lego never get it right.
Why would she have a blue face?
I don't know.
Why
would I know? I've not seen this show.
You always moan about dodgy photography, so dodgy photography strikes again.
The photography on this makes it look huge. The video's nice, though.
We'll end this one on the Tariq's comment. If this was £600 to triple the characters, it would be amazing. Can't wait for the MCU X-Men Mansion set in about 6 years' time. Laughing my face.
Yeah. I think people would pay that, though. Yeah, people would pay that.
Yeah, say there is loads of custom things on on Etsy, but I
Yes,
think
there
Gambit
is.
on
Yes,
Bricklink will
you
be
can basically get loads of X-Men minifigures if you want to.
Yeah, there are loads of customs out there. So hopefully they'll do. I hope they'll do like a collectible minifigure series next year of X-Men. I think that has
Can you get a
they
CMF
like to do.
Series 1 X-Men?
Yeah, they've got to do. They've got to do one. They're teasing Cable, they're teasing Nightcrawler, they're teasing Dazzler, they're teasing Jubilee, they're teasing Old Man Logan. There's so many teasers in this set that hopefully that is it. But yeah, the overall design, I think we go. It's a little thin, it's a little small, and it's going to be a challenge with a Lego City. But on its own, as a diorama piece, I think it looks fantastic.
Yep,
so
I agree. Completely agree.
In for this one, and it will be with me soon. So, right, that is that. Let's go to Toddy Mac then. Toddy Mac. We've gone from Lego to Toddy Mac because he's sold out. Of course, he's sold out. So,
it's Toddy Mac. He's going to sell out.
Thank you to somebody who commented on my Todd McFarlane video earlier and thanked me for reminding them that the pre-orders were going up because I'd forgotten they were going up and I forgot to order it. So, because they reminded me, I managed to get my pre-order in. So, it has sold out, but I have managed to pre-order these McFarlane figures then. So, it is BVS incomplete. So, I don't know. Of course, I've mentioned this on the channel at some point. Matthew gets aboard with me talking about it. Affleck is up there with my favourite Batman. And we are getting Affleck Heaven today. So, we are getting the full wave of BVS then. For the first time, we are getting Doomsday. Yes, he has a terrible bit of diaper syndrome going on. And I don't like the design because it's a terrible design in the film. But finally getting Doomsday. So Doomsday is coming. So cannot wait to get Doomsday. It's in a 2-pack with Cavill Superman, who now has a soft goods cape. I don't have a blue version in the McFarlane, so that was helpful. We have Wonder Woman, of course. So that's a much better third attempt at Gal Gadot's likeness and much better. So Todd has definitely improved there. And then we've got the 2-pack of the Nightmare Batman and the armored suit as well. Or you've got these are the single versions actually there. If I go back, you will have the 2-pack versions, which should be shown in here. So these are actually what I went for. The 2-pack of Superman and Doomsday, because you get the Kryptonite Spear. But I went for the half-broken mask version of Affleck. And then the Nightmare version, the 2-pack with the mask on, because it comes with the pew-pews. So for the first time in a McFarlane in a long, long time, they've allowed them to add the gun accessories within the pack. So that's very unusual for Warner Brothers. They've usually got a policy that won't allow it. They're not really showing them here, but trust me, they're in there. You can probably see them just about in the packaging. So we're going to get some weapons for once. So hallelujah. Finally, that stupid rule, at least for this set, which isn't exclusive. So not the regular version doesn't come with any. So
okay.
I've gone for this. It's crazy expensive, though, this Doomsday 2-pack. You're talking about your Lego prices. This 2-pack alone is £70. There is
it's things the big difference with yours is like the second these sell out, you can moan about the price, but the second they sell out, woof, it's gone. Whereas if the Lego stuff doesn't sell out straight away, it goes to Smith's. It goes into a sale. Yeah. So this is the big difference. So if you've missed it, you're paying more money.
Oh, we do have a layout. Look, if I go to this photo, you will get the layout of the 2-pack. So you can see all the accessories in there. And I do like the broken mask version of that suit. So I've gone all in. I've gone directly with McFarlane Toys. You can, if you're in the UK, use that code. Well, you could have done if you were on time. UK 25 and save 25% off. So that brings it much down. These are up on Comic and Cocktails, I think, in the UK. But the whole wave, I think, works out about 140, 150. And it works out about 105 if you use McFarlane directly. So Todd undercutting the UK market there with his UK discount code, even after the shipping. So, yeah, I'm very happy to get a full wave effectively for Batman vs Superman. And yeah, I ordered them.
No surprise. Did you order them today by any chance?
Yes, about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock today.
Fine. So we are now saying in less than 5 hours, we so far have. She's not about, is she? An Ecto 1, an Ecto 1 and 2, and a multiple pack of Batman versus Superman. Is there anything else you'd like to confess to everybody else before? Because we would like to basically know what else you've ordered before she killed you.
Well, today then, so far, we've had the entire wave, which I say was £105, and you've just seen me back a £400 HasLab. So we're in for 5. We're in for 5 so far today. £100. And there's probably, well, we were guessing the prices earlier on the length and the girth of this potential Sentinel. So we could be in for another 150.
That would be boff done. Thanks very much. Oh, right. So you're not buying anything at MCM then?
No, that is not the plan. I will not spend a penny at MCM.
Right, guys and girls, you have heard this. If Jay gets his wallet out to buy any toys, you can walk up to him and go, "You are banned from buying anything at MCM."
Well, it's, yes, there was a. They did do Christopher Reeve Superman, didn't they? You've missed Superman. If you were talking about Christopher Reeve Superman, because that has been in gone. Literally, it's been in gone. Did you get one, Damien? I think there, because you were talking about props and replicas. It was sold out in minutes on there. I didn't even get one. So I wasn't that bothered. I'm trying to really collect Batman-related items when it comes to McFarlane. And I do have the Mezco version of Christopher Reeve Superman, so I wasn't that bothered by that one. But I wanted this BVS stuff, so I made sure I didn't miss out on there. There was we're taking confessionals now in the chat, it seems, down here. There was personal confessions. Forgive me, I've seen in this case, forgive me, Kiara. For I have, well, there's technically, we didn't have to pay anything for the Ecto 1. That won't charge till December. So that gives me a month. There's a big pile here to the left of stuff to sell. I need to actually sort it out and
Might be a good idea.
from there. So McFarlane, he's been dropping. Right, let's close the Lego tab. We've done Lego X-Men Mansions. That'll be another purchase in less than 2 weeks, because that's the Friday after MCM. Fantastic.
Yeah.
How are we doing? 1 hour and 45. Hasbro aren't on yet. Hasbro, anybody in the chat, somebody find out for me. Hasbro going on at 10:15 or 10:30? Because I've now seen both written there. What time are Hasbro on? And anybody know any YouTuber that's actually streaming it? So any research in the chat would be much appreciated. Right, let's go. Well, what have we got instead? Todd's off. Star Wars is in. So something Matthew actually knows is the Clone Wars. There was,
well, you say that. I'm still. I am trying my best to get involved in this, but yes, I am. But this is Cody, I do believe. See the shock on Jay's face. This is Commander Cody. It is indeed, yes.
Wow.
Who's the pilot, Mace, and the main.
It's the first time in about 20 years he's actually impressed me. It is.
Yes.
It is
I know
Commander
Cody and Rex. That's what I've been introduced to so far.
Fantastic. So it's Commander Cody then. Mike is telling me about Mondo. I think Dan's supposed to be about Mondo as well. We'll get to them next then. Right. So Commander Cody. Yes, we are getting a new packaging design.
That looks great as well. I've got to say that looks brilliant.
Well, that's you without the nostalgia, because that is the original packaging from Revenge of the Sith. So we're going to have some retro packaging back to 2000 and what year was Revenge of the Sith out? 2005, I think. 2005, I think. Is he right? Is it 2004 or 2005? I think it's 2005. It's 2004.
That I've made up. I wouldn't know.
I'll be in trouble. But you're getting some classic packaging. So I used to sell this back in the day at Woolworths, because I used to work there then. So I remember this packaging on the shelf in the 3 3/4 inch. So I'll at least get one of the figures from whatever range is going to be coming on the retro card to go on my wall of Star Wars retro cards, because I have one of every retro card. Don't mind a new Cody. It's probably just a re-release, isn't it? I'm assuming of a previous Cody, but just on the packaging. So Yak Face there on Instagram with the images as well. 2005. Fourth. Goodness me. Thank you. I know my Star Wars. Otherwise, I might just throw myself off the air if I'd have got that one wrong.
Downstairs.
Tariq was just saying there. The packaging is your whole childhood. Yes. So I was of working age when this came out as well. There was yes, my Commander Cody had gummy legs, Jeremy. You're right there. So I could do an update. So
half clone body.
Yeah, probably get this Cody. So there'll be more to come, I'm assuming. I think that goes up for pre-order at midnight. I might have seen Star Action Figures put something up. So UK tonight, midnight, I think that goes up for pre-order. Everybody's telling me about Mondo.
You're going to keep it in the packaging, or?
I'll get something in the packaging. I'll get that, yeah. I'll get the Cody. So that's a midnight pre-order. Don't worry.
Okay, so that's another thing. Just yeah.
No, just move on. Yeah. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because we're getting the Mondo.
Yeah.
So
I
don't even know what to say. So here is the Venom.
Well, it looks good.
It does. So here is Mondo Venom. Yeah. So we've seen this before. This means it's going to be a pre-order scene, doesn't it? This is why they're teasing it. So
what price?
220. 20, I would guess. Mike X, you pre-ordered a hot toy. Have I just seen in the chat? There was a. You did, Mike X, the Venom completionist, has pre-ordered a hot toy. Tariq has you should buy, review, and sell all the Mondo. Just watch it. Wow. Okay. I will be buying this. There's no way I'm not buying this. I'm in on Mondo, so don't panic about this. This will be purchased. You will see this on the channel.
Deep on Mondo, aren't you? How many Mondos do you own as of now?
Well, I don't know, but you can find that out as a cheap plug by going and watching this week's video on the channel, the Mondo Bane unboxing, which I forgot to show in pickups. So that is over there. It's out there. So there was more pickups. That can wait for Legend of NECA. I'll show you that Legend of NECA. But that is already on the channel. Go to the video. It's about 3 or 4 days ago. The full Mondo collection and the new glass cabinets I've been building are on the channel. So give that one a watch and you will see how many I've got. And I've actually made 5 cubes for Spider-Man. So of course I'm buying this. Of course I am buying this. And I have to see Mary Jane. Let's hope they make Mary Jane, because I would definitely be buying Mary Jane as well. They've shown Venom, but I don't know if it's going to be on their site, because they started teasing, didn't they? I don't know. There was their panel, but what they were teasing, effectively, they mentioned they're doing Kenner aliens in a bigger scale. They're doing gargoyles. They are doing gargoyles. Now I've seen somebody share it. There we go. Let's go to Britannia. They're not just doing gargoyles. They're losing the plot. They're doing everything. So Mondo are now going to be doing turtles in a 1/6 scale. I've got enough turtles. I'm not sure quite what they've designed that on. It looks quite a unique design there. So Mondo turtles. That one can be a pass. The real Ghostbusters. Now this is what I was definitely going in on, because I love the cartoon. I've just backed to HasLab. And these 2 packs are 200 quid, but I'm still going to want them. So there is some teases then of the next two packs to come for the Ghostbusters. So we've got some renders of the Ghost. I think that's a Sandman is the render in that one. There's Janine, so she's coming. Oh, so I'm going to still want these on. I'm going to still want these, for goodness sake. This is ridiculous. I don't know what's happened to toy collecting in the last few years. It's gone utterly insane. Literally,
it always is insane. It always is. It's just you have everything. Do you collect everything? Don't you? How many scales do you collect? Let the world know quickly.
Well, there's a previous video on the channel.
Way up.
Well, scales, 3 3/4 inch. I've got a few. Just a dabble.
You get smaller than that, haven't you?
Well, I was going to count Lego as a separate thing, but
yeah, okay.
3 3/4.
It's part of the collection.
That's a separate room. That's just a side. It's filled a whole room. There's videos on the channel for that as well. Go and see the Lego City it's building. 3 3/4, yeah, 6 inch, 7 inch. I've technically got some 9 inch stuff, but that is for sale. And then 12 inch as well. So lots of scales, far too many scales. These will be 1/6. So I think that's Janine's first ever figure in terms of accurate to the cartoon. Oh, how have I backed to HasLab? My God, this is crazy. Okay, but then look at this. Look at this. This is what I was going to go off on. Mondo gargoyles. So gargoyles. So NECA are doing the gargoyles again. I love cartoons. I loved cartoons as a kid. This idiot was out playing football. I was watching cartoons, and it's coming back to haunt me. It's coming back to haunt me now
massively because I've got no nostalgia. Nothing.
I should just go back to my footballing roots. Man United are terrible. I think they're 14th in the Premier League at the moment.
Don't start talking about football. It's just going to get even worse. You get even more depressed than what you already are.
So that's a disaster. So I'm back to the cartoons then. These are going to be huge. If they just said they're going to be 1/6, aren't they? So yeah, 1/6. 12-inch gargoyles. And they're going to be bigger than 12 inches because they're in 12-inch scales. So they'll be probably 13, 14 inches. Their wingspans would be like, what, 3 feet?
Huge, yeah. You'd like to think they would be able to fold the wings, though, even on like a sort of hinge where
they'd give you a separate set. They'd give you a separate set of folded ones. I don't think they would hinge.
Well, the problem is otherwise you're gonna have to keep the box because if you think like if they give you a separate wing accessory and they're fully out, you got to have to keep it in the box in case you break them. And there's not that many, like especially in the UK, it's gonna be hard to display.
It's huge. They're not going to fit anywhere. They're going to be absolutely massive. So maybe I could just pass them by and stick with my NECA ones because they're hard enough to display. I've had to take a wardrobe apart and put them on top. I don't think I've even filmed them on the channel yet. Future videos coming of the updated toy room because there's a lot of gargles already. So the Goofy movie, well, there you go. They're doing Goofy movie. They're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! That could be massive, but
I think that is huge. Yu-Gi-Oh's huge.
Naruto as well, and then Mondo Alien doing the Kenner Alien stuff. So
right.
Yeah, they're very busy. So they didn't tease a lot for the 1/6 stuff apart from a new line, effectively. So that was them. Oh my god, where do we even go now? There is so much. Let's go to NECA. Let's go to NECA. Who have we covered? Let's close some tabs. We've got far too much. We're nearly at 2 hours. We are flying. Anybody know when Hasbro's on? There is a Kitty Pryde's message. It stresses me out how many nights I know it stresses me out at times, but it's fun. I like toys. I like toys too much. Look at this thing. That's a Dante's Inferno. Girls. Playset for Beetlejuice coming from NECA. So
no.
Is that for pre-order now? It's £150, I think.
You got the figure, didn't you?
No, I haven't pre-ordered any of the figures yet.
Oh, I thought you'd done it. I thought Kiara liked it. I thought that was the one that you were going to get.
Oh, no. Kiara likes the Mezco version.
Oh, right. So she's to blame. I'd like to say that now.
No, generally likes the Mezco version, but that was £150. I didn't pre-order it. But I will get a representation of Beetlejuice. Now, I like Beetlejuice, but not enough to buy the playset. But I think it looks fantastic. I think it's a great, fun little playset from the film. But for budgetary reasons, this will have to be a pass from. I don't know. Do you like Beetlejuice?
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest. Which says a lot because I know the original film has a strong cast, but I think I've been on the ride at one of the theme parks, and I was wondering what in the bejesus is this, but no, I need to watch it really.
No, it's fun, yeah, because it's in like a whole. You'll love it. It's like his loft is like a Lego room to you. It's a Lego. It's a toy city, and Beetlejuice is in there. It's fun. It's a lot of toys in it. Yeah, it really is fun. It's a good fun little film. But I had Beetlejuice figures as a kid. I had Mike Hex. What is going on here? I couldn't possibly say that on the channel, Mike.
Well, I can. Just a tip. Just the mushroom tip. Yeah, that's all it needs to be.
It's getting worse. We only got to the wrestling. I'm going to have to send Mike Hex out on the wrestling trip because I was trying to order from Target and they won't let me ship to my shipping address. So I need some legends, but that's another £100. But I need to send Mike out on the hunt for some legends. So there's NECA with that. What else have NECA shown? Anything new here on their official website? Nothing particularly there. So we'll go to I'll just close the tab I wanted to have open. That's clever of me, wasn't it? Very clever of me indeed.
Schoolboy error, that is. Amateur hour.
Schoolboy error. There was what have we got here? We got what are we sharing? Let's share this instead. So let me change screen for you. I want to go to Jada Toys. I think, like an idiot, I've just closed the tab that Jada Toys was in. No, I didn't. Did I? Maybe I did. Let's go here. That one's got In Pursuit of Toys. You're getting my business now. Because there's Fred Flintstone. It's another line. Oh, damn it. So I've had some lovely messages from everybody. When they saw this, they did think of me. Because I've waffled on for decades that I want a Simpsons.
Simpsons, yeah, exactly. Homer looks fantastic. Look at him in his bright yellow and I
want a Flintstones line, and here we go. They've got the Hannah-Barbera license. They've got the fruit mascot, the cereal mascot license. So they've combined them to make this. So it wasn't the Fred Flintstone I thought I'd get, but I will take it. So Fruity Pebbles, it reminds me of John Cena in The Rock. So we've got a wrestling reference in there as well. So we've got Fruity Pebbles, Fred Flintstone, and Cocoa Pebbles. Barney Rebel looks fantastic. Barney Rebel looks absolutely fantastic. Jada Toys are on absolute fire. There's Tony the Tiger as well. So if you want some Frosties, I might have to get that as well. I might have to have a cereal shelf going on here. So look at that. Oh, I'm just so excited for the Flintstones. I do.
So do you think they would move on to a vehicle? Or is this a one and done? Is this it? Just these two?
This is a one and done because it's in the cereal line. This is
but I mean with regards to actual characters, will they redo them with the family? Okay, will they do a full set with the car?
I would love it if they would. it's just going to come down to licensing. How deep is there Hanna-Barbera?
Well, I would just like to mention I own all of them with the car, so I'm happy.
Oh, don't panic, because I got that Lego set too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just making people aware.
Lego
but it is missing people. There's no Bam Bam or anybody, so
yeah. So if they could do Hanna-Barbera, and then we have loads of chats on like wacky races would be fantastic. There's a Space Ghost and all sorts. They could go so deep with Hanna-Barbera. So I hope this is a sign of things to come. I hope these come out in the UK, because not all of the American versions did, because we don't get these serials, so not a lot of companies bought them. But I'm going to hope Props and Replicas will buy these, because they'll recognise there's hopefully some Flintstones collectors out there, or maybe it's just me that's fine. But I loved this as a kid. I used to watch the reruns on Cartoon Network so much.
Well, the thing is, with this, with regards to distribution of the product in the UK, this was also on, because obviously when this was out way back when, it was between Channel 1 and Channel 4. And if I remember rightly, this would have been on at primetime TV as well.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing it not on Cartoon Network, because we couldn't afford it. We didn't have Sky or anything. So even I saw it. So it must have been on.
Oh, my mother used to watch it when she was young. I used to go to my grand's at the weekend. I didn't have Sky, but she had Sky, so I used to watch it on a Saturday with my other cartoons on a Saturday. So I love the Flintstones. I've got imported Japanese Flintstone box set in this house of DVDs. So yeah, okay, a little bit obsessed with the Flintstones. So very, very excited. But let's stick with Jada Toys, who are just taking the toy industry by absolute storm. And let's stick with Hanna-Barbera as well with Jada Toys, because here is the Scooby-Doo packaging then. So there is Shaggy. So we're on Britannia now. We have seen the packaging then. So they've gone for some ghostly. And who knew that Shaggy had a surname? Because I didn't.
Really?
Shaggy Rogers.
They've made that sounds like some dodgy introduction to a certain type of 18+ adult content film. That does.
I think it's a nickname. Can somebody remind me Shaggy's actual full name? So I know it was on the group chats the other day. I think it was something. What was it? Was it like Norbert Shaggy Rogers or something like that? It's a really weird name. I couldn't think what it was. But Shaggy has a name, people. So this looks great. Scooby Snacks. Oh yeah. Norville. There we are. Thank you. Your boy's got toys. Alexi's turned up there. Just save the day. Norville Shaggy Rogers. Oh, that's fantastic. Absolutely
fantastic.
Somebody's
just made that up, haven't they? They've gone, no, that would be a good name for a cartoon. And now look at it.
Well, I knew Velma and Fred had surnames. I never really thought of Shaggy. I just think it's like a name, isn't it? Like, I don't know, Madonna or Ronaldo. It's just a name.
Yeah, it's just a single name. It doesn't need to be a full-blown name.
Yes, right. So we got the that's not a ghost. That's a mummy, son. So there's the mummy. So we got the mummy as well. What else we see? And there for the first time is Scooby. Then, so they've given him the funny eyes looking in. I think there's going to be some. It's going to be a different. They've got to be interchangeable heads, I would think, coming with Scooby with different eye expressions.
Yeah, you think so. Yeah, you think so.
Good articulation. It looks like on Scooby there as well. So I'm assuming he's going to be in series 2, because Shaggy's in series 1, because they said it's one hero and like 2 villains, effectively. Yeah. So we're seeing Scooby for the first time. We may get more, so I'll have to do more coverage from New York Comic Con as the weekend goes on if there is more shown. And here we have the other ghost, the other sort of ghosty thing, and you've got the unmasked head. I love this unmasked head. So the mask is off, and you've got those pesky kids, and you've got the unmasked head with the mask. I think that is fantastic. So hopefully you sell really well, because I want these as well. This is getting ridiculous. This is just getting ridiculous. There is far too many toys going on.
Well, you got to give credit to Jada. For you. There's always far too many toys going on, but there's a serious amount of stuff being spat out from Jada as a company. Because if you think this time last year, everybody was looking forward to seeing Street Fighter for the first time at MCM, and they didn't show up. But since then, all of a sudden, everybody's gone crazy for that. These look fantastic as well. The fact that they're getting them out really quickly as well is something else. I wonder how many licenses they're working on in the background that you don't even know about yet.
Yeah, they are doing phenomenally well, I think, old Jada Toys at the moment. They've shown all the Street Fighter figures. They've already showed them at STCC, but they're all again on display at New York as well. So it's just never ending. So I'm sure these are going to be very, very popular as well. What else have I seen I wanted to talk about? I've seen there's more Mondo, isn't there? There's a scarecrow somewhere. I've seen a scarecrow. Who's got the scarecrow? Somebody.
I've seen a scarecrow. I could send you the photo.
There was. I've literally just had it open.
Are you keeping your eye on the time, Jay, with regards to the panel?
I am. I haven't seen any notifications anybody is on just yet with it. I think it might have been moved to 10:30. It was 10:15 at the earliest, though. So we've got a few minutes here. We've over 2-hour mark so far here for this week in toys, and we're still going strong, talking New York Comic Con in all its glory. Let's pop to Mezco quickly because I've got that one open. There's Thor. So Mezco are making a version of Thor. Hello to David S. Patrick. Hello, we are here. Myself and Matt are here, and there is Thor. So Thor in his soft goods. I like the sort of classic Kirby head sculpt on it. So that's another thing I'm going to want to add to the collection. So
I'm a fan of the accessory of. I'm a fan of the accessory of the spinning one. I think it's a great looking thing.
It seems everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing
that. That's it. Was it Hasbro did it first, and then all of a sudden everybody sort of copied it, or
Diamond Select did it first, and then Hasbro copied it. I found the Scarecrow in Panic. I found the Scarecrow over on Britannia. So we saw what we didn't see at STCC was all the accessories. So we've got his unmasked head sculpt, we've got the crow to attach, and we've got the different head sculpts when he looks slightly different in the animated show, and the scary sort of Scarecrow toxin head sculpt that he's got on there. So yeah, and what concerns me is I can see on the plaque, you need good eyes for this, but it says the 31st of October. So
the picture's really small, my end. I can see it says, is it 210 in the bottom right hand corner?
It says 210, the 31st of October.
Ouch.
So that's implying that that's coming to me for pre-order in 2 weeks' time. And they just teased Venom as well. And I'll be buying a Lego X-Men Mansion at that time as well.
And XL1 you've already pre-ordered as of a few hours ago.
About an hour ago. In the stream, we have a live pre-order for those that are just joining us. A live pre-order has happened. Don't tell Cheeky Monkey. We think we got away with it. But,
apparently I'm getting a T-shirt made up that said Matt made me do it. So thanks, Dan Who, for that.
Yeah, there you are. That's the thing. He will be on.
I'm getting blamed for. I get blamed for everything. And it's on the live internet that I am. It is my fault.
This is your fault. There's nothing else we can say apart from blaming you for all these purchasing decisions that have actually occurred this evening. So, right, what else have we got? Because we've got another topic we haven't discussed yet as well. So, where are we going to go? We're going to go to Steve Oz's Reels. Let's go to Action Figure Attack because there's another wave of Monday Night Wars. We haven't talked wrestling all night, so let's talk a bit of wrestling.
Yeah, get it on there. Flip it out.
Series 6 of the Monday Night Wars. It's the Golga Build-A-Figure from the Oddity. So we've got the British Bulldog, as you can see, in his 1995 attire. We've got this Booker T is insanely good.
That looks fantastic.
WCW TV champion Booker T with Chase with the white trunks on as well. So we'll just let these play through. There's the Chase with the white trunk. That one's even better. So hope these will come to Smith's in the UK, which they should do because they've been selling very well at Smith's. This idiot's always out day one for a full set. There's Hardcore Hack or the Sandman to you ECW fans. But he did turn up in WCW in early 1999 under the name Hardcore Hack. And he was a figure I had as a child as Hardcore Hack. So very excited for that. And there is Kane, but this time a slight variation with the meshing because they love to give us another Kane. But then Golga as a builder figure is absolutely crazy. So one of the best builder figures I think they could ever do for a wrestling line is Golga. So a very, very odd, unique character. It is Earthquake under that mask, if you did not know. But yeah, this is fantastic.
Was the mesh? I'm sure the mesh for Kane was a return at some point. That's when he changed his attire. I want to say it's not the one when he ripped the door off, is it?
No, that's later mesh. That's a different mesh. There's a later mesh. This is an earlier mesh. This is about an early 1999 mesh.
Yeah,
compared to a 2000 full mesh or a 1997 door ripping. So
yeah, fair enough. They loved his mesh.
They left his mesh. So there is a full wave of Cheeky Monkey's back. She still can't believe we're going Talking Toys. We've been going for 2 hours and 7 minutes, my dear.
And we're just warming up, really.
So yeah, we're waiting for the Hasbro panel to start, and we are chatting away because once that starts, I will come off. I have to rapidly cook dinner and film a reaction.
Oh yeah, food.
So food needs to happen at some point. So they're coming as well. There's a closer look at the CM Punk Ultimate Edition, which has already gone up for pre-order. But there's just a few closer images there. I suppose I want to do having that belt in his hand, and then but I could have got to the blow and the kiss. So
yeah,
you got to do the blow and the kiss as well. So definitely excited for that one. So
will they do a 2-pack special edition Bloodbath edition with the Drew McIntyre?
Mattel don't do blood at the moment, so they've been trying. They have discussed it. So that will be a no. Yeah, that will be a no. Dudley Boys just gone out for pre-order. So if you haven't got them in, get your ECW versions of the Dudley Boys in, or early WWE. Technically, I think they just they wore that attire at the start of their WWE run. But they do come with ECW tag team titles, so these have been pre-ordered as well. So it's all going on with wrestling. There's a whole wave of the WrestleMania up there as well. So there's at least 3 more full wrestling waves I need to pre-order. Right? It's
sorry, you need to what? Sorry.
Pre-order at least 3 full wrestling waves.
Yeah, just making sure I heard you right there.
We've not even talked turtles yet. There's a whole load of NECA turtles that have been checked as well. That is so much. This is utterly crazy.
I feel fantastic just watching you suffer, by the way.
This is, oh, dear me.
Brilliant.
So we've got 2012 turtles. I've known nostalgia for 2012 because by 2012 I was 25. So I can just look at these and go, they look very nice. They look perfect to the 2012 turtles.
And you can move on.
I don't need them. Don't need them.
That's a strong statement from Jay. Does not need them.
Don't need them.
No, stop looking at them for so long because you'll spot something you like.
I do.
You'll buy it for accessory.
They look really good. It's a full set of turtles you'll get quickly. It's oh god. There is Shredder with Krang's head on. As I say, I did cover this briefly yesterday in the video. I did a sort of breaking news video on this one. So I don't quite know why he's done that. It's from the Archie comics, but it does look fantastic. So yeah, I'm holding an Archie comics. So these will be purchased. Wingnut and Screw Loose, again, comic versions from Archie comics. Fantastic. Going to be buying those. There's one I can pass on. A cover variant of Belly Bomb in the blue. I've got the normal version. I don't need something. I can happily, no interest in that
days. That's all right,
at all. So there we go. And here is Leo as Shredder. So Dark Leo. I did say yesterday I didn't know what this was, and I still don't know what Dark Leo is, but I'm very intrigued. And Leonardo is my favorite turtle, and I love Shredder, so it looks cool. So I'll learn what it is when I get there, and I will buy it because I'm an idiot. So
yeah, yes, fact. That is true.
There's Ace Duck in the wrestling ring. Look at his muscles, his ducky muscles. He looks absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So there's some alternate heads. Thank you to somebody in the comments yesterday who mentioned who this guy was, because I hadn't got to that issue yet of the Mirage line, but I will be interested to get there. But I do like this Mirage original April O'Neil, so the original comic book design of April. Yes, Betty, please, I want this. Definitely picking this one. So that's being picked up. Then we've got Super Turtle, and that's new. I haven't noticed him before.
It's a good colour.
I don't know who he is. I don't recognise him.
What's a ticking time bomb?
I don't know. I don't recognise his character at all. I love the design though. Looks like Freddy Krueger in Turtles form.
Yeah, it does.
Well, he's definitely either comic book or toon, so I'm in on both of those lines. So I will be purchasing him.
So he's you don't know who he is, but he's bought already. So that's
I don't know who he is. No, I don't know who he is at all. But I'll definitely be buying him. So right, I think the Marvel panel may be starting. So I'm going to go over to Encounter Culture. I think Kenny from Encounter Culture will be streaming that. So we're going to have to make an abrupt ending here on This Week in Toys, so we can head over to see what Marvel is doing. But I think we've covered literally everything anyway.
I think we've covered it all.
We've made it through.
Bye, everybody.
So he's off. I've got to find an end screen, though. So thank you, everybody, for watching.
Say bye.
It's been a great evening of talking toys. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. Very much appreciated indeed. Yeah, it's been a definite fun one. And we'll be back for more toy coverage. In fact, I'll be back in a couple of hours with a pre-recorded video reacting to the Hasbro Marvel Legends panel. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. He's Matt. You can find him somewhere online.
Yeah, just go away. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Go, Jay. Bye.
Right, let's get rid of him. We'll mute him. He's muted. As we give a nice fancy action. There he's muted. We can even remove him. Should we remove him? I don't know. I probably can't let him back if I do that. So, thank you very much for watching. Head over to the Marvel panel. I think in Counterculture. Go check Kenny out. He'll be streaming. I'll see you there.
Nicely done, sir.